So that's going to start live. All right, so good. All right, so what's up? We're here going live. We're going to talk about the 7 components of real estate today. And I'm here with Tony here. And Cindy just started with us. Cindy Guzman. She's our newest agent. Iris.
Hi.
And then over here is Kevin. He's actually in training right now, getting his license, and he is going to be starting with us soon. He's going to be a real estate assistant. So I just want to set this up and get you guys set up here. And you guys can join us for a little bit of our training. Okay? Good. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm glad everybody is here. I just want to ask you guys a question. So we're all, you're coming in new, Cindy. Iris just came in. She's in the business for a while as well. Kevin's new. He has no idea. He just knows he wants to get into real estate.
Okay. Good.
So what I want to do is I want to go over today the real estate. This is the funnel I created to generate the business. Now this funnel is what I use when I consult companies and I restructure companies. It's the same concept. It doesn't matter if you're selling real estate or cars or clothes. If you can master these concepts, you'll be able to be successful and sell. I decided to master real estate with it. And I just want to give you guys a little story, just what happened over the last couple of days because of using this system. The way I connected with somebody, position, inspire them, deliver results, and then you leverage the success with them. Now, I have a property that I sold, a beachfront condo for a gentleman. It was a for sale by owner. Called him a few times. He finally called me back to sell the property, and this was a year and a half ago. So I sold it. It was a $700,000 property. In the meantime, he wanted to sell another one he had and buy another one. And we went through the transaction. It fell through. It didn't work out. Now the property became available again, and he wanted to buy. So I'm negotiating a deal on that. And the other property he wants to sell is a $600,000 property. So basically, we're going to sell the $600,000 property, buy the $700,000 property, all from a for sale by owner call a year and a half ago. So just to give you an idea of how it works, see, it all starts with connecting. And there's different areas on this I think they can see. Are you guys able to see the thing on here on the screen? Let's see if they're okay, so what we have is the funnel here. And on the left side of the funnel is how you set up your business and how you deal with people. No matter what you're doing, if it's at a grocery store or if it's a real estate transaction or a daily activity, a new person, a new friendship, a new relationship, whatever, the first thing you do is you connect with people. Okay? So what is connecting? Connecting with people is understanding where they're coming from and being able to have empathy and work and build off of that with them. Have the integrity, have the relationship built. It goes back to the disc profiling, like we did. Okay, so everybody here knows what their disc profile is. Okay, if you guys, whoever's on here, if you guys want to do a disc profile test, go to disc10x.com. You can take the test for free. It's a $350 test that if you took it normally, but I have it set up where you can take it free through us, through our systems. It's disc10x.com. Okay, disc the number 10x.com, and then on the bottom of that, after you take it, I put the video in there for the psychology of a cold call. So instead of having to go to the other site, you can do that. So when you take the test, you get your results, you download them, and then you go ahead and on the middle video, after you take your test, you watch that video, and it trains you on the disc. So it'll help you out in your business or whatever you're doing. So that's disc10x.com. So we did that, and you guys all seen the psychology of a cold call, right? Mm-hmm. You guys went through that. So that goes into connecting. How you understand what a D is, an I, an S, a C. And coming into it, if you're an I and your S is low, you got to coordinate what you're saying so the I or the S or the C understands you. So me as a DI, I'm 81D, 81I, my S is pretty low and my C is even lower. So I know when I'm talking to a C, I got to be very detailed. I got to slow down because I look at a deal, A or 1 + 2 = 3. Okay, it makes sense, do it. And that's just how I look at it. I don't look back. I know that C is not going to do that. They're going to look at every angle. They're going to look at every instance. They're going to look at everything that they can do. And what happens with that is that's where your miscommunications come in. That's where when you're dealing with people, that's where you have your problems. That's where disagreements come up. That's where complaints come from. If you ever knew somebody in your life, I'm going to use a perfect example here. There's somebody in all of our lives that just rubbed us the wrong way that we don't like. Right? There's somebody that you just cannot stand to be around. That is the opposite of what you are. So if you're a D, it's going to be an S or a C. If you're an I, it can be any of them, because it just depends. If you're a C, it's definitely a D. There's no doubt about it. If you're an S, it's an I or a D. The S's and the C's get along. Okay, so the D's and I get along, and the S and the C gets along. There's always a conflict with a different way. It's just the way it is. And in those relationships or in those situations with those people, if you could have if it was important enough to you, and you could have analyzed what they are, you could have stepped back and changed your language. Because you were saying A, B, C, and D, and they were hearing C, D, A, and B. It just wasn't communicating. It's like speaking French to somebody who speaks Spanish or English. You can't understand what they're saying. And there's just that frustration. It's the same concept. So when you're trying to deal with people, that's your biggest challenge. So connecting right away is the biggest. Now, the way I'm going to do some of this training with you guys is I want to show you something really quick here. So what we have is I have Cardone University. This is a training program from Grant Cardone. I pay for this. This is something I pay, and it's access I have to all the trainings. Now, each one of these trainings goes into this. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't go into the disc profiling. I coordinate it with disc profiling. So when we're teaching about connection, I'm going into understanding the buyer, and I can go over this with you guys, and you can start seeing how to understand the buyer, and then you apply the disc profile to that, and it makes it 10 times stronger. So you're able to talk to anybody. And we're going to go through this. This is like mastering the cold call. This is a segment we're going to go through together. All of this, we're going to complete all of this. This is a $20,000 program. This is what, this program costs $20,000. And it's an amazing, it'll triple, it'll quadruple 10 times your sales. I mean, it's insane. This has helped me tremendously in all different angles, not just business, but in all different areas. And that's one of the things with Grant Cardone. I mean, if you just Google, look into him, and I'm sure some of you guys heard of him and things like that. But one of the biggest mentors that I have that's taught me things that I've gotten where I am at with. So that's that. I want to go into, let's get back to the connecting part here. All right, so let's go back here. So number one is the connecting. Now, a perfect example of this is something that we went through the other day. I think you were here and you were here. Remember the girl Carla that you called? Yeah. The girl Carla that hung up?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He called the girl and called her up, said something to her about the real estate. She was like, I'm getting all these calls, please, whatever. The house is sold. Click. And I'm like, she sounded cute. So I'm like, okay, wait. Yeah. That's the truth. I said it. Didn't I say it? I'm like, she sounds cute. Watch, give me the phone, call her back. So he gets her back, rings the phone, and hands it to me. And I'm like, Carla, this is Phil. Did you hang up on me? Now, he said his name was Tony. She didn't even know. She thought it was me calling back. She didn't even pay attention to Tony, the voice difference. I'm like, did you hang up on me? And she started laughing. And I'm like, listen. I'm like, I forget even what I said to her. I was like, listen, you don't know me yet, but, I went into, the reality show, and I have the radio show, our offices here, and I'm like, why'd you hang up? I'm like, what'd you hang up on me for? I'm like, and then she's like, well, it sounds good, but, I really did sell the house. So if she didn't, though, it would have been, a decent thing. And what happened was I asked her, I'm like, listen, I've been in real estate a long time, and I do all this stuff. Can I text you my information? So if you ever need an apartment or buy something, or your neighbor, at least you can lock it in your phone, and then somebody that really knows what they're doing. And then I send that to them. And then she has it. So I send the logo, the picture, and then the website. So they see who we are. Now, hopefully, she keeps it in the thing, and I can call her now and say, hey, Carla, hey, this is Phil. I know you sold the house, but I just want to make sure you have my information. I can do that. We can do that after we're done with this. I'll call her, I'll look the number up, and we'll call her. Just to do that. And now it went from screw you to house is sold to laughing and, okay, I'll take your information. All because of this. All because of just being that connection. Now, You understand, when you're calling people, they're getting 50 calls. And they're getting 50 calls with the same script. It's the same script. It's the same thing from all these trainers and all these people that are training them. And it's I'm calling about the property at, or hey, when you're going to hire the right agent, or it's the same stupid lines. And they realize it's someone who's just an agent or someone that's just trying to get a sale or in real estate. See, when we call them, we position ourselves. This goes to the next. Now, you connect. You got to get that disc profile. You got to understand that disc profile. And you got to read them right away by their demeanor, by the way they're talking. If they're talking fast, they're a D or an I. If they're talking slow, they're an S or a C. Ask them, what do you do for a living? If they're in sales, they're a D or an I. If they're a nurse, a doctor, they're an S. If they're an analyst, an accountant, they're a C. I mean, that's the stuff that you have to, it comes natural. So even when I meet somebody in the street or meet somebody new, I start analyzing. I just start analyzing. And I make them ask me what I do. That's the game I have with people. Like when I meet new people, I want to intrigue them, and I want them to ask me what I do. I don't want to tell them what I do. What do you do for a living? Oh, wow, okay. And then I relate to that. Now, that's how you do it. Even when you call them on the phone, they're a stranger. My opening line, hey, my name's Phil. We haven't met yet. I start like that, and then they're thinking, well, wait, who's Phil? What is this? I go, listen, I have a real estate reality show, a radio show. My office is in Brooklyn, Fort Lauderdale. I know you're frustrated. You're getting a lot of calls right now, but I promise this call's not like any other. And then they're like, okay, well, what's going on here? Like, you're catching them. Say, listen, I see your house came off the market, and I know you're getting a lot of calls, like I said, but the reason I'm calling is I know that area really well, and that area of Palm Air, I sell a lot of property there. Our firm has sold over 500 properties in the last 6 months. We really sell real estate, and that's our business. I'm calling you not to waste your time or my time. So I'm just a little curious. Why in the world didn't that sell? Can you help shed some light on that for me? That's the conversation I have with everybody. Now, when I come across to them, I tell them, look, first of all, I'm not just a realtor. I buy it, sell it, flip it. We develop it, we this, that, the other thing. I've been in business for over 20 years. I own restaurants, nightclubs. I'm in different businesses, but real estate's my passion, and I love it. And that's why I'm calling you, because I know I can sell your house. Now, if you had an inkling of wanting to sell your house, wouldn't that help you? Like really? I mean, you get 50 calls from idiots that are sitting on the beach wondering how they're going to pay for their martini tonight because they got no money. 90% of realtors don't got any money. 5% make money. And 5%. If you look at all the numbers. 90% quit in 2 years. 86%. Of the other 5%, they get by, check to check. And the other 5% really make money. So I want to prime you guys to make money. Because if you make money, Phil makes money. My goal is to be the top producing real estate brokerage in Miami in 5 years. That means I'll do it in 2. Because every time I set a goal, I do it in half the time. But that's what I want. I want to put a group of people, us, in position to be the go-to choice when you think of real estate. Like when you think of baseball, you think of the Yankees, right? I mean, I don't care what team's your favorite team. Baseball, I mean, Yankees is like baseball, right? That's just the way it works. You know what I mean? I don't care if you like the Boston Red Sox. It's still Yankees or baseball. Yeah. But it's like, you know what I mean? Or Red Sox, it's the same kind of thing.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so you know like baseball. But I'm saying, when you think of pizza, you think of one place. Some people will say Domino's. Some people will say Joe's Pizza over there. Some people say your place, your restaurant. So you always think of one thing. When you think of real estate, do you think of one thing? Think about it. It's the only industry that you don't think of one thing. It's the only industry. Because there's a bunch of derelicts running it. I don't care if they do 800 million. It's people who don't know how to structure and set up systems. And I'm so frustrated by that is why I created this. I want to have a system so when you think of real estate, think of Simonetta Group. And that's what I'm going to brand. That's what we're creating with the videos. Watch the next thing that comes out. I'm going to change it. I got so much coming on. We had a meeting yesterday, and there's a lot of stuff coming out. We're going to do international marketing, and we have some really cool stuff coming out. I'm working on that right now with a finance company. So take everything you learned in real estate and just crumble it up. Everything you've done up to this point. Because we're going to start on a new level, and we're going to deal with a level of this business that no one has before. Like it's even me. Like it's gonna turn into just a flow of leads and a flow of people who want to do business, not games. Okay. All right. So now we have the connecting. Now it goes to the positioning. Okay. This is where you guys got to come in. The connecting, the positioning, and the inspiring is what I'm going to teach you. From the delivering results, leveraging success, and all the support that's going to support you is going to be what I'm going to do with you. Okay, so let me explain that really quick so you understand. Connecting is a disc profiling and the scripts and the things like that. Positioning is going over what we offer people. Okay, radio show, reality show that we're doing on Facebook. Office in Brickell and Fort Lauderdale. 20 years experience, much business experience, negotiating skills that nobody can beat. You know, I can make a list of them for you. Things that we offer them that when they talk to us and realize they're not going anywhere else. Systems that I have in place that are going to work tremendously. So that's how we're going to do that. Now the connecting part we went over, the positioning and inspired. There's going to be a line here because when it comes to delivering results, I'm going to take you guys by the hand and we're going to do it together. So you're going to connect, position, inspire. When it comes time for the interview, we're going to do the interview together. The first time, the second time, the third time. By the fourth or fifth interview, you don't need me. You can do the interviews. And if you need me, call me in on a video conference. So if you're meeting with a client and I'm not there, and there's something you need to, you call Phil, hey, I have a client at 6. You know, can I video conference you in on, you know, on what we're doing? So you can meet with the client. I don't have to be there. You call me in on a video conference. I put my phone up. Boom. I give you the video conference software, and you guys do it. You're sitting at your house. They're sitting at their house, or you're sitting with them at their house. I'm walking down the street in Brickell. I put it on. Hey, what's going on? What do you guys want to do? Okay, you got the report there? Let's look at the report. Pull it up on the screen. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and that's it. So I'm going to teach you guys connect, position, inspire, and then all of this is going to be together. And then you guys are here. The success mindset, the strategies, the skills, the systems, and the support is all going to be something I give you. It's all going to be part of what is here for you. The processing, the files, all that is all part of this. And then you guys are going to start creating your groups that refer to you, your A team, your B team, your C team, of different groups of people. And then that's going to position you. Because right now, when you say, oh, I'm a realtor, everybody's eyes go like this. Right? And I say, when I tell people, what do you do? I go, well, I'm in real estate. And then their eyes go like this. And I go, no, I don't like realtors either. And they look at me. I go, I buy it, sell it, you know, develop it, tear it down. And depending who it is, sometimes I say, hey, I burn it down too. I don't want to say that to the wrong person. so I just, like, I make it funny when I say that. And I'm also in the nightclub and restaurant business. I open many cigar bars and different things. And right there, boom, they have a whole new view. I'm not like that. Okay? And I tell them the joke. I say, you know, when you get pulled over by the police in Florida, they ask you for your real estate license, not your driver's license. Mm-hmm. And they start laughing. It's just like a joke I always say to them. And then from there on, they don't look at you the same. Listen, matter of fact, we have a training company called Top Agent Academy where we teach agents all over the country how to be realtors. So not only are we this, we do this. See how I changed the word I to we? See, the minute you have your card, you hand your card out, we do this. We do that. We have a reality show. We have a radio show. We have an office in Brickell and Fort Lauderdale. We do this. We have a training company where we teach people how to be realtors. Do you see? That's this. So when you're talking to somebody and that is said to them, and you go, here, check out our sites. Go to the Simonetta group, go to Top Agent Academy. You want to buy? Go to buy10x.com. You want to sell? Go to sold10x.com. You've seen the sites. So if you tell people this, position yourself, and then they see that site, who are they going to go to? Are they even going to talk to another realtor? Because even if their daughter or son's a realtor, they're going to see that and they're going to say, you get what I'm saying? Because of the system. Everything we do is a system. We meet a client, we go to step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So I know if we're at step 4, I know all the previous things were done. So when we get to step 5, I can pick right up. You get what I'm saying? It's a system. And once you master the system, at the end of it is the money. The money has to come. Because when you connect with the people, you position yourself right, you inspire them, and they trust you and want to work with you, you deliver results, because delivering results is the most important part. If you can't deliver the results, none of it matters. Mm-hmm. You can say connect, position, show the videos, show everything that we do, but not be able to do a deal. and get it done, I mean, that's the worst thing in the world. You know, it's like, that's like crazy. But you don't have to worry about that, because that's what I do. And this is why we work together. That's why we split. Because there's jobs that I do, and there's jobs that you do. Okay, your job is to connect, position, inspire a decision to work with us. And then from there, we work with them together. It's that simple. When it comes to writing a contract, I put the contract up, send it to them a digital signature. You don't even have to do it. Once we get to a certain amount of deals, I'm going to hire somebody, pay them $1,000 a week, and let them sit in the office and write all our deals, send them to me before they get up and go out and get signed. And I'm going to review them and send them to sign. I'll pay someone in-house to do all that. And all we have to do is connect, inspire, position. And I have forms. I have a buyer form and a seller form. So you sit down, seller's names, you put everything on that, and that's literally what goes on the contract. You hand that in, the contract's written, and it's signed within a half hour. That's it. So you write the form, you send it over, contract's typed up, written, give the emails, everything's on there, and you're copied on it, and everything's done. And at that point, call the client every week and just touch base with them. And then you can follow up with the file in-house. You know, we're going to stay on top of it. You're going to go to the inspection if it's a buy. You're going to go to the appraisal, make sure they get in. You're going to handle all that stuff. But the behind the scenes, setting up the insurance, setting up the title company, all that, you don't have to do it. We're going to do it in-house. Do you see how fluid I'm making it for you? All you have to worry about is connecting, positioning, inspiring, and then we're going to deliver results through a video conference and going to appointments. I close deals without even meeting people. The last one I just closed. Boy, I'm just kidding. The last deal I closed, which closed Friday, was a Canadian client. I sold him the house a year ago. Okay, so we bought it. I never met him. Put the renter in. Rented it out for a year. Made I don't know, 18, 20 grand, whatever it was, and then sold it for another $18,000 profit. I still haven't met him. 3 transactions, haven't met him, and made what, 15,000? I mean, we're friends. We talk on the telephone. We communicate, you know, through what is it? It's through Google Voice. Yeah, I do all through Google Voice with him. He's in Canada because the text messages don't work. So stuff like that. That's how we do that. So it's all about connection and dealing with people. You see what I'm saying? So people like you, which everybody in this room has the quality, or they wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have brought you here if I didn't think you can do this. I know you can do this. It's just a matter of getting this information out. Okay? So once you position, now you got the positioning, right? I mean, this is a brief overview, but you got the connecting through the disc profiling. You got the positioning. We have this, we do this, we do this. Here, visit our site. Here, take a look at our site. See, I made it so simple for you guys. All you have to do is say, here, you're buying? Oh my God, let me send you this link. You got to see this. It's an 8-minute video, and it explains everything about buying. And when they go there, the video, the reports, the video tells them, click on this, and I explain it. Click on this, and I explain it. It's all right there. And the best part of it is, you have the business card, real estate partner. So when you meet somebody, well, what do? I'm a real estate partner with the Simonetta Group. It already sets you here. You're not a realtor. You're a real. Listen. No, we're in real estate. We buy it, we sell it, we flip it, we develop it. We're not like these people that run around and are looking to try to find somebody to buy them drinks. They got no money. And you start laughing. And then you say, look, look, we're here, we're having a good time. Let me text you my link. Matter of fact, we're in real estate, but we also teach real estate. So we teach realtors how to be realtors after they get licensed. I always say we teach agents how to be realtors because there's a difference. So I teach agents how to be realtors. And then that's where they pique interest. So I go, you got a business card? I'll just text you. I'll give you my card and what's your give me a card? I'll text you or email it. And then what I do is I have an email set up. And then, we have the signature, which I have to set you whatever email. If you're going to set up a new one, we'll set up the signature with your headshot. Like, you remember my email? All the links are in there. Mm-hmm. It'll be your picture with your name and your number, and then all the links still. It'll be the same email, just with your information. So every time you send your email, people get that. Now, you don't have to do that in your personal one, just the one that you're going to be using for real estate. I use one email for everything, and I just sort through everything. Just makes my life easy. So it just depends if you want that to go out to everybody. However you want.
I just copy and paste whatever Michelle sent me for now.
Yeah,
it has a CRR.
Mine's nothing like this. Okay. Like, you see mine? The way, because my links are on it. Okay. See, the Simonetta Group and CRR, Two separate things.
Okay.
I mean, we're CRR, but we have our own brand.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the Simonetta Group of Charles Rutenberg Realty. So that whole system has nothing to do with this office. Once we do our team agreement, that ends that. So that's that, and the team agreement supersedes that.
All right.
So this office, we use it. They're not. This is what we do here. I manage this office, and that's how. So I'll show you. I can send it to you. Just go into my email, copy it, paste it, and then change your name, put your picture. I can help you do it. Put the pictures. Okay. It's very, very easy. We can do it here when we're done.
I have a Gmail.
I'll get you. Yeah, that's it. That's what I have to. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it. When we finish this up, we'll go right. So now, inspiring them. Now, inspiring them is key. So that goes into the story of the 5-year-old. I don't know if you've seen that video, what I did.
I did.
Okay, so we all want to be that kid. When we're 5 years old, we want to be happy. We want to, we go to school. We can go to bed 3 in the morning, go to school at 7 a.m., and just see our friends, hug them, hang out, have fun. There's no concept of tired or not being content and complete, And then eventually one day, things start settling in. Something happens, you have some kind of event in your life, and you realize, wow, I can't do that anymore. Or, I can do this and I can't do this. I should do this, I shouldn't do that. This is good, this is bad. This is right, this is wrong. And what happens is every culture and every family is different. Some things are right in this culture, and some things are wrong in this culture, but they don't coincide. And that's where you have your complaints and your battles, and people go to war over stuff like that because it's just beliefs. So you can take a child from this culture and put that child in another culture, and when they raise up, that child from another culture will be that culture, and this one will be that culture, and they will still conflict, but they won't look the same. So it's all here. It's all perception. It's all it's all imparted in you. Your rights and wrongs. And I use that number 2 thing all the time, like I did in the Tony Robbins thing where we talked. I went into the room and I go, what does everybody see? Everybody goes peace sign. I go, no, it's the number 2. If I go this way, it'll say number 2. Like, it's weird how the room does that. But not one person in the room said number 2. Every time I do that, no one ever says both. For some reason, it's kind of weird. So it always works. So you see, your perception is everything. So the way you're raised, those standards and ideals that you have, create what you see when I do that. Things that you experience in your life make you see whatever you're seeing. So if you're standing here and looking at something happen, that's your perception of it. If somebody's standing on the other side of the street and watches something happen, they're going to see something different. They're going to swear by it because that's their perception. So it's just a matter of where you're at and where your mindset is. And that's where you've got to combine the disc profiling, the integrity that we talked about in the videos and stuff, like that, the integrity stuff, all that comes into this. You got to really, like for me, I just want to help people be better off, right? So if I'm doing real estate, I just want them to get the house that they want for the best price or sell it for the most and get them the best deal so they can move on in their life and be better off. The money is at the end. The money is a byproduct. If you go in here thinking about, wow, I'm going to make 20 grand on this deal, it's done. Like you may get the deal, but they're going to know that's what you want. The money's a guarantee. The money, if you do this and the deal closes, what happens? You have to. It's the end product. So the money is the return. The money is the result. Okay? The process is where you build your relationship, is where you position and inspire. Now when it comes time to deliver results, okay, so now you connect with them, you position, you inspire them, like, yeah, I really want to deal with you. I feel comfortable. I know you have my best interest. This is where you're at. I want to deal with you. So now, that's when we do a broker agreement or a contract, or that's where that comes in. If it's a buyer, we do a buyer-broker agreement, for 6 months, and then that's it. And then if it's a listing, we get that done. Now, it comes to delivering results. First thing we do, we get the contract together. It gets drawn up. It's sent to them instantly. It takes me 7 minutes to draw the contract. I go in there, I go into IMAP, I pull it, I populate it. You go in, you add the contacts to the transaction desk, you upload it, everything populates in, you verify all the numbers, you make sure everything's right, you review it twice. I review it twice just to make sure. And then I send it for signatures. And it's done. It comes back and it goes to the other agent. That's it. It's that simple. And people make it hard. See, that's a system. Okay, that's a system. Now you have sometimes you have that's the system. Now it comes to support. I support you guys no matter what. I mean, you can see that. Like you can see the support that I give, no matter what in any situation. Support-wise, I mean, everything's included. Like everything. The training's free. The business, the offices. You pay $35 a month. Sorry, that's it. Everything I'm doing here is free. That's why I split with you guys, because I figure if I can help you guys build up to a point where you're making 5, 6, 7 deals a month, and I can do my own 5, 6, 7 deals a month. I'm providing all the leads. I'm providing all the appointments. I'm giving you guys all that, and that's why that we do that. That's why I set it up that way to make it as easy as possible. And then the systems come into place, like we just talked about. Sitting down, doing the contract, ordering the inspection, ordering the title, getting the like the banks, getting that all set up so we can get the appraisals. When we do our deal, if any of you guys process deals, my deal is done and my paid at close letter is done the day after the inspection's done. And I'm waiting to get paid. Now the deal might fall apart, something might go wrong, but go look at every deal. I send my pay at closing letter to the title company because my money gets wired to me. Your money's going to get wired to you. So at the closing, they take the HUD, they mail a check with the $330 to Charles Huttenberg. Your split goes to you, my split goes to me. At the closing table, it's wired to my account. By the time I get in the car, I got my money. That's how Phil rolls. That's how we roll. It's very systematic.
Instead of having
Every
to get a
check.
check,
Check for what?
Deposit it,
Drive,
wait for it to
5
clear,
days, anything over 2
and then
days, 10 days to clear at the bank. You're crazy. Like, for what? I'd rather, and half the time there's no fee for the wire. Sometimes you pay $35. So what? You see that again at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have to check the Ruttenberg. Ruttenberg has to wait. Then they can wire it to you, charge you $10 to do that. Like there's always,
Yeah.
Send me my money. I work hard for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't care. So that's the system. Like that's how we do it. Like there's no ifs. Like we were talking a little bit about a client before, right? The issue things, right? So people like that. For what? For what? And it's not that you don't like them. Look, and this is what I do. I have friends, good friends, that I don't do business with because of things that they do. I don't need the business. I don't need the money, and I don't ever want to be in a position where I need money to bend my character, my integrity, and because the minute you bend your integrity, it screws your whole life up. It's crazy. The minute something goes wrong, it affects every area of your life. Every area. So if you, like we talked about when we do the integrity, the video, like think about it. If you're going to a meeting and you're going to be 15 minutes late, you know it. The second you know you're going to be 15 minutes late, in your head, you're like, oh my God, and all these things are going on in your head. Now, when you get there 15 minutes late, everybody else got there. They have kids, they have problems, they have everything, but they were there on time. You walk in, the first thing they think in their mind subconsciously, who the hell do they think they are? And right there, there's going to be a problem forever. Mm-hmm. Now, if you knew you're going to be 15 minutes late, the second you knew it, if you called them and say, hey, I'm running 15 minutes late. I did not expect traffic to be that bad. Next time, I'm going to leave 20 minutes early just to play it safe. So you put something in place there, you're acknowledging it, you messed up. Now, can you please let everybody know that I'm going to be late because of traffic? So now when you walk into the room, it's a whole different perception. See, it's like the number 2 in the peace sign. Totally different things. Because you wouldn't have said nothing, you walk in late. They wouldn't have said nothing, they would have thought, what an asshole. Like they would have thought, wow, who's this person think they are? I have 3 kids, I got them to daycare, I had to get done, I had to get my stuff done at the house, and I got there on time. That's what they're thinking. Yeah. They're not realizing that something happened and, whatever happened, happened. You know what I mean? So that's how rifts start between people. Because it starts right there. And that's where the integrity is lost. Like once you lose that integrity, they're not going to trust you. You didn't show up in time. You didn't show up in time. How can I trust you? And you have friends. I have friends. Well, not now, but I had people that knew I was in real estate, but they didn't come to me because I didn't instill myself properly with them. See, that's where the A, B, and C team come in. So the A team is your family. That's the people closest to you. The B team are your colleagues, people you do business with. And the C team is the people at the grocery store. You see them once a week. Hey, how are you? Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? It's like a cashier, people like that, Because, you see the same people. Hey, how are you? Good. And you just keep going. Now, the A team knows you're in real estate. The B team may know you're in real estate. The C team has no clue who you're at. So the A team should deal with you no matter what. However, they don't. Why? Because they don't have the confidence that you can do the job. They don't trust you that you can do the job. I have family members that look at me as I'm a kid. I will always be a little kid. I could be the top producing. I could like, look, number 1 out of this, number 35 out of that. Like the things are hanging on the wall. But I'll always be a kid. It just doesn't. Some people you're never going to win over. And I always use the analogy. Look at Jesus Christ. People didn't like him. Look at Mother Teresa. People didn't like her. How? Right? The lady always helped people, did whatever. But there are people that don't like them. There's always going to be people out there that are never going to like jive with you. No matter what. You can be the best at what you do. And there's always going to be people like that. So first of all, get that out. It's garbage. Don't even worry about that. What I'm trying to say is the A-team, if you position yourself properly, so it comes back to positioning. If they knew you're a real estate partner with the Simonetta Group, I'm working with a very successful company, I'm being mentored in all angles of real estate, we're part of a reality show, radio show, we have an office in Brickell and Fort Lauderdale, we teach other agents how to be agents. Imagine if you told everybody you know that, and they just knew it. What would happen? The B team, the C team, the D team, the E team, all the teams would be like an A team. Now imagine if everybody you knew you were the best at what you did. And it doesn't matter if you're the best at what you did. Because I'm going to teach you how to connect, position, and inspire. When it comes down to here, I'm doing it with you. So they got the best. You really are the best. Because I truly believe that. I'm the best at what I do. And I'm not being arrogant. I believe when I do my systems and I get deals done, I create relationships forever with people. And I want to do that on a mass basis. I don't want to do it one person at a time anymore. So I decided to create a group and bring people and do that. Because I have 2 hands, 1 mouth, 2 ears. I can only deal with one person at a time. But if you got a client, you got a client, you got a client, you got a client. I got my clients. You handle your clients up to a certain part. I come in, boom, now we work with them together. You guys can utilize me, use me. That's what I'm here for. You know, use me as that, as your partner. I'm your partner in real estate. I'm not your boss. I'm not the guy that takes the show. I'm your real estate partner and has been doing this for 20 years. You get what I'm saying? You're a partner with me. You never have to look at it as we're different or one's better or one's worse. Now, that's how that works. Now, of course, here we have a chain of command. Things have to be a certain way. Of course, it has to be a leader. But when we're dealing with our clients, we're partners on everything. And that's how we truly operate. I'm never going to come in there and override you. I'm never going to come in there and say, no, no, no. No. What's the solution? What's the problem? Where's the solution? Okay, here's an issue here. Okay, well, how do we all fix it? Look, you're getting 2 people for the price of 1. You know what I mean? And you're getting someone with experience, and also with experience, but you're getting someone who's in this business, does all kinds of development, does all kinds of things. And I'm a partner with this person. You see what I'm saying? Now, imagine what they will do. You're still not going to get them all. Screw them. 3,000 deals a month close. You need 10. Okay, if you do 10 deals a month, you'll make $1 million a year. That's what it comes down to. So 3,000 deals a month close. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If we could do 50 of them, if we could take 1.3% of them, we'll each make $1 million a year. It's not that hard to do, if you think about that. Considering I got 4 deals in the last 3 days referred to me. You get what I'm saying? So it's not hard to do that. It's just a matter of structuring, positioning, and getting this together. Now, the way you become strong is by support, system, skills, strategies, and mindset. Okay, mindset's disc. Strategies I'm going to teach you as we go through, which we're going to do now. Skills is objections. You're going to have them. I'm going to email you guys the Mike Ferry objections. That's what I use. Okay, so when you're dealing with somebody, you're only going to hear 40 things. Oh, we're not selling it. Oh, it's not my house. Oh, I'm not doing it. You're only going to hear these 40 objections. They're not going to ask you, do you like sushi? Do you like Italian food? Like, they're not going to ask you that. They're going to say, no, we're staying with the same realtor, or this, or that, or that. There's only 40 things they're going to say. And of those 40, 10 of them is what they say all the time. I mean, 40, yes, sometimes. But literally, there's 10 things that they say all the time. And if you can just come back to them, like I do. I mean, we did some role-playing. You tried to beat me. I did some role-playing live at the Tony Robbins thing. They tried to beat me. This doesn't work, because I always find a way. You know, I'm waiting for somebody to beat me. Like, I'm waiting for it. It's like, because it's just solution. They say something, that's not what they really mean. You know what I'm saying? they say something, I analyze what they really mean, and then I give them a solution. That's how it works. I know your personality is an I. And then you have the S, right? S. That's right.
I'm an S, and then an I.
S and an I. So I know you're very nurturing, you care about people. And what did I say to you when we did that? Oh, listen, do me a favor. I just need a minute of your time. The minute I say that to an S, got it. S, right? Listen, I know you're busy. Can you please do me a favor? I just need 1 second. They're going to melt, dude. They're going to melt. Joshua, right? Joshua wants to forget it. He's just, okay, what do I got to do? Forget the whole plan you got to do. He's like a 99 S. Yeah. So like, you know, for a D, I'm like, listen, I know you're busy. I'm busy too. I don't want to waste your time. Here's what I do for you. Let me send you my link. I'm going to send it right now. I'm going to call you back in a half hour. And I'll go over everything with you. And I'll talk just like that, fast. Yeah? That's it. Yeah. Do you really want to sell your house?
Oh, yeah.
You don't act like it. Now I just challenge you. Now it's on. Right? Now you want to do business.
Yeah.
See? That's how you deal with a D and an I. So you get what I'm saying? Like, you got to know how to just flow. It's fine.
Yeah, I just don't like talking too much. It's just like... When
I get hung up on it, I call him back, the Michael Jordan line.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just tell him, yeah. Hey, did you hang up on me?
I love that.
Yeah. Listen, if you wanted to play basketball and Michael Jordan called you, would you talk to him? And they're like, yeah, of course. I go, well, I'm the Michael Jordan of real estate. Google my name. You really want to sell your house? Because you don't act like it. I don't care. I got nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. They're going to hang up and go away anyway. And you're at least going to make a friend or give them your information and it may turn into a deal. I had one. The voicemail system leaves messages. The Vulcan 7 system we use for when we call our leads, it's all through the computer. We actually have a phone and it links to the computer and we actually rotate around. And we make the calls here all together. So that's how you start learning. That's how we do it. And at first you stumble, you mess up. But as you get comfortable, you start going. Joshua's got his first appointment. You got to do it today too.
Oh, you got one?
Oh, yeah?
From the phone?
On the phone. Yeah, from calling yesterday. Yeah.
Nice.
So like that's the first one for him, and he's like ecstatic. He can't wait to get back on the phone. So he's a high S, so he hates it. You know. But so that whole thing works that way. And then once you start realizing, wow, I'm really helping that person, then you start to feel good. Because listen, those people we're calling, they don't even know they need your help. They don't even know how bad. Because the fact is, again, we're the best at what we do. They don't even understand how much we can help them and get them situated. Because all they're dealing with is people don't know what they're doing. People that were thrown out there into a business, not that they're bad people, because they're not bad people. I mean, some are, but they're not bad people. They're trying to find their way through, just like the client's trying to find their way through, and that just leads into a collision. If you have a system in place and you put them in that system, and they realize what you are and who you are, and here's how we do it, and this is what it is. You agree with that? No? Okay, I can't help you then. Okay, next. Because if you have a client that doesn't want to fall into our system, the time you're going to waste with that client, doing that deal, the issues that can come up, the problems that can surface from a client that doesn't want to work your way, it's going to take you 3 times as long if that deal closes. Wouldn't you just rather say, screw that deal, and go get 3 more and close them? Mm-hmm. There's no one deal worth it. I don't care what it is. I told you, I turned away a guy that could put 200 grand in my pocket because of the volume he does. And I just didn't want it because I like a smooth road. I don't want bumps. And whenever I would tell him something, he had a better way. So go do it. I mean, you're doing great. You're making money. Go. You're not for me. You want to be my friend? Good. Don't work with me. That's what I told him. I said, if you want to stay friends, you don't want to work with me. And that was it. We're friends. You know, it just doesn't work. I don't need that in my life. You know, it's just the way it goes. So it gives you an example. You pass up things for better things. You just don't have to take everything. You only want to take a certain quality of things. So what happens is you have you here. This here supports and builds you strong. And then you portray this out. Now the leads are here. Okay, so you got to think of a sink. And I went over this a little bit with you guys before. So if you have a sink and you just turn the water on, the water is going to go and it's going to trickle down. If you take a sink and you put a stopper in it and the water builds up, and then you turn the water on and then you pull the stopper, it comes down so fast and it creates like that funnel, right? That tornado, and it goes down the thing, and it just keeps going because the water's coming in faster than the water's going out. That's the goal. And the way we do that is you have right now leads. Right now leads are people you run into every day, are for sale by owner. The best one is expired listings. Expired listings are people who had their house on the market and it came off the market because the listing expired, they canceled it, they withdrew it. Okay? They had the house on the market to sell and it didn't sell. They need to sell their house. Who's the hotter lead? It's the hottest lead possible. It's the hardest lead to connect with because they hate realtors. And they're frustrated and they're angry. But when you call them up and say, hey, Cindy, my name's Phil. We haven't met yet. Listen, I understand you're frustrated getting a lot of calls about this real estate. Or you can say, look, I have a real estate reality show, radio show. We have offices in Fort Lauderdale. I know you're getting a lot of calls. Please, this call's not like any of them. I just need a minute of your time. Or you can start with that. Hey, Cindy, this is Phil. We haven't met yet. Listen, I have something really important to talk to you about. And listen, I know you're getting a lot of calls right now about this real estate stuff, but this is not like any other call you take. Can I have a minute of your time? I promise we will thank you later. See, it's a role. It's an acting. Like Johnny Depp makes $100 million being a pirate. You think he walks around being a pirate in life? No. He walks around being Johnny Depp, but he makes $100 million to be a pirate. You think if he went in that role being Johnny Depp, he'd get $100 million? No. Edward Scissorhands, you think he's that in real life? No. He does that stuff to get his money, but when he goes home, he's Johnny Depp. Or when he's with his friends, he's Johnny Depp or his family. See, that's what you got to do. These scripts are your role to get your money. You know, you think I like calling strangers and saying, hey, my name's Phil, you don't know me yet? I can't stand it, but it makes my money. Get what I'm saying? You got to be that role. You got to become that actor to be that script. And you got to be that for them. Because if you truly want them to get better off, there's nobody better to do the real estate transaction than us. That's the way it is. They're going to pay the other people the same amount. It's the same amount. So, would they rather deal with us, or are they going to rather deal with somebody else that barely gets the deal done? You follow? That's the difference of what we do. And my job is to get that out there so the sink fills up with leads. So, number one is that. Number two is events. So, we do our seminars. I do different seminars. I do events where I speak. I do interviews online with different real estate groups. I did one with a guy from Chicago. I did one with people from California. Where they interview and you have a conversation and it just brings a flood of people attention to you and what you're doing. So like a lot of that stuff, going Facebook Live where people here are watching about what we do, it makes them inquisitive and they want to see what's going on. So all of that is events. And then trickle-in leads. Now trickle-in leads is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter when you do posts. Everybody's doing posts. What's going to make you different? You know, I'm doing an international campaign right now for Reach and Rise for the city center. I mean, they're $500,000 for a studio, $18 million for the penthouse, and I'm going to do that all over the world. And I actually created a web page for each building. I can show them to you after we're done. I have and it has all the listings right there. They click it, boom, they see everything about the building, the floor plans, everything. It's more information on that site than the developer site. And I'm going to put it out in Europe. I'm going to put it in South America. I'm going to put it in the cities where the money is. And when they see it, it's going to be branded. Simonetta Group, it's part of my webpage. So it has the brand, it has a logo. It looks like we're representing it. And then who are they going to call? When you have new construction, they call you. You take their name down, all their information. You go over there, you register in them, you introduce them, you never talk to them again. They do the deal, you get paid. They handle the deal. You don't handle the contract, you don't nothing on new construction. Would you take 5% of $18 million on a penthouse? Would you take 5% of a $1 million one bedroom? It's 50 grand. Because you were slick enough to market a certain way and get the connection. That's what it is. That's how it works. That's why you see people out there making tons of money who don't know what they're doing. There's ways to do things like that. You have to position yourself. You got to go back to position. See, it always goes here. See, this is the system. This is the labor. This is what it is. You're either connecting, positioning, inspiring, delivering results, or leveraging success. Now, leveraging success, I suck at. Leveraging success is when you're dealing and you're oh, can I have a referral? You know anybody who needs a house? Like, I just don't do that. Like, I'm so busy doing this and this and this. I never do this. I know I can raise my sales 20% if I just ask people. If I just say, hey, you know anybody needs any real estate? You know, just my current clients or my database, everybody I sold houses to. If I just contact them, say, look, hey, I was just reaching out. Hello, you have anybody buying, selling? You know anybody needs anything? I know I can get 20% more. I just don't do it because I'm so focused here and here. You know, I should do that. I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not. There's nowhere near it. But with this system here, this is what it comes down to. So does that make sense to everybody? So whenever we train and whenever we do stuff, it's going to be an area of this. So if we're going to do a training, I'm going to say, okay, we're going to be training on positioning, or we're going to be training on delivering results, or we're going to be training on strategies today, or we're going to be training on systems today. It's always going to be something here. Okay, we're going to work on trickling leads. Trickling leads, let me go back to that. LinkedIn. I had 2 deals last month that came from LinkedIn that people saw me that are out of the country that I haven't met that I closed. That's just from LinkedIn. Posting things on LinkedIn, free. You know, so 2 deals that way. So it's just a matter of how you decide to position and structure. You know, so that's it. Does that make sense?
Let me see, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never used LinkedIn.
I'll help you set it all up. I have it all set up. You just gotta copy it. You just gotta go. You gotta go on my page and just copy and paste what I'm putting. You know, I use Hootsuite. You post it one place, it goes everywhere. It takes 30 seconds. Hootsuite. You pay $180 a year, and you put it in, and you type your post, you put your video, you hit the button, and you link all your social media up to it, and it puts them on every page in 30 seconds. And then you can sit there if you want and do 10 posts. This one I want to post tomorrow at 3. This one I want to post 2 weeks from now at 10. This one I want to post. And you click them and you're done. And it posts them whenever it says. That's how you do it. So people out there are paying people for social media hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, but they pay $180 to do their own and do it once a month to set the whole month up. Because that's all they're paying the social media people to do. And they're getting thousands of dollars to do that. You know, Hootsuite, they have an account where you can have like unlimited accounts. It's a little more money, where you can actually do 100 people's social media all in one day, and then just let it run. That's like they do with you. That group here.
Right.
What do you think they do? I think they sit there and post on everybody's page. They do it once, boom, they set them all and leave. They want to put one post and start sharing on 100 pages. It takes them 30 seconds to do 100 pages. That's how they do that. So if you look, it's posted by whatever that service is who's doing that.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not bad. They're smart. They're making all that money to do one thing, and they're paying one fee to get it all. Good move. So that's there. That's someone who was in real estate that can't do real estate that found a way to make money. That's what I'm saying.
Everywhere?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You see? They found a need, did it, because they couldn't do real estate. This is what happens. So that there is where we're always going to refer to. When we're training, when we're working with the clients, you know, are you connecting with them right? You're positioning right? How are we positioned with them? Did you explain everything to them what we do? Because if you do connecting right, if you do positioning right, inspiring is just going to happen. The results just happen because that's the next step. Just like the money just happens. Because the biggest part is here and in developing this. You know, that's really it. And then working on the teams. See, the front end of this is where it's hard. You got to get the people to come to you, and then you bring them over here and then down. That's how it works. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. Again, this is real estate we're focusing on. This can work on anything. I can sell food. It doesn't matter what it is. You got to trickle. You got to bring the leads. You got to create the funnel. You got to, you know, fill the water, cool it, and then just do it. And then here's the thing. Yesterday they knew you one way. Today they can know you another way. It's just a perception. All you have to tell me is, hey, look, I just joined this awesome real estate group. They have a reality show, a radio show. They actually teach realtors how to be realtors. And I'm actually a real estate partner with them. And I'm actually being mentored and learning the whole business from the ground up. It's actually amazing. So if you ever need real estate, listen, there's no one like these people. Here's the website. Boom. Here's our buyers. You ever want to buy? Here's the buyer site. Here's the seller site. Matter of fact, here's the site where we train people. Take a look at this stuff. You'll see what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? You run into a realtor that's struggling. Listen, I'm working with this group. I'm a real estate partner. The systems are amazing. Go to comeseeustoday.com. Go to comeseeustoday, and then boom, the whole thing is up about joining. You've seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you see what I'm saying? All the systems are there. All the systems are in place. It's just now we got to work. The leads I'm developing like crazy. Like once this deal goes together, it's going to be sick. We're going to have so many leads. Right now I have 20,000 leads. I can't call them all. We can't get them. I have 20,000 I'm emailing, talking, like nurturing. So that's it. Now what I want to do, does anybody have questions on that? Does that make sense? Like to you guys? Any questions?
Of course.
Nothing? No? All right. All right, so what I want to do quickly, I want to go over the 7 components, okay? This is the 7 components of real estate. All right, and to be successful in real estate, so to be successful in real estate, okay, the first area is going to be prospecting. Again, it goes to the top. It's going to be the trickling leads, it's going to be the right now leads and events. So imagine if each of us did an event once a month. It doesn't cost much. An event can be a Facebook Live. An event can be, something at a cigar lounge. It could be, single moms club. It doesn't have to be on real estate. All it is sponsored by the real estate. So if you do an event for single moms, right, or whatever your thing is, and it's sponsored by you and the Simonetta group, so we grab some food, take it there, and you have an event. You talk about whatever you're talking about, but it's sponsored by us. Little TV with all of our commercials running, the videos, all that stuff. You're going to get something from it. Exposure. Go live on Facebook from the event. We're going live on Facebook right now, right? So when you do that, that's the stuff that generates. If you sit at home and do nothing, nothing's going to happen. If you don't pick up the phone, nothing's going to happen. And what happens is the brain starts to go. It's just like when you're late for that appointment and people start thinking, your brain starts going negative. It's just the way it works. The brain's fucked up. The brain just goes that way. So when you're prospecting, don't just think of prospecting as making a call. Think of prospecting as helping somebody that you're calling. Because when we call them, we're truly helping them. We're giving them a service that they can't get anywhere. It's just the way it is. Now, it's about the number of people that you talk to daily. If you stay home and don't talk to anybody and watch TV, what happens? If you leave home, nothing, right? If you leave home and you go out and you just start talking to people, even if you just feel better. If you go out and you just start talking to people, you feel better. And you just start talking to people, and it starts with connecting. You connect with people, and then you create interest in them, and then they ask you what you do, and you talk about what you do, and you talk about positioning. It's over and over and over. You're doing it anyway. You just don't know it. You're talking to people. You're positioning yourself the way you're positioning yourself, and you're getting the results that you're getting. So you're meeting somebody, you're positioning the way you are, however you're doing it. I don't know what the results are. You're inspiring action because you're friends, you go places, you do things, right? So you're doing this knowingly or not. I'm saying get conscious of it and use the tools I'm giving you. The profiling, the positioning. See, whenever I go somewhere, I'm this. And people know me one way. Real estate, does this, teaches people, radio show, reality show. I walk in the room, it's a given. Because I don't act any other way. That's who I am. So that's what I give. And that's what I get. I walk into a room of realtors, they know who I am. They either like you or hate you. And I'm okay either way. Haters are free fuel. I love it. They're just confused fans. They just don't know yet. So that's what happens. So you got to position yourself where you do what you do, no matter who's around. And that's just what you become. So if you become real estate expert, real estate this, it's your choice. You just say it and you do it. You can do that because you have the support of me, who is an expert at it. So you can connect, you can position, and it's all act, right? Because it's all acting. Now, if you connect and position and you inspire them to do something, but then you're like, oh no, what do I do? That's what happens to most people. Most people get into real estate, they connect with people. They say, yeah, I'm going to deal with you. They promise them the world, and they don't know how to write a contract. Or they write a contract, and they forgot the initial 3 places. Then they get an initial in 2 places. Oh my God, I forgot another place.
Right.
Oh no, I made a mistake there. We got to check this box. That is initials. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, because they don't know. So you'll never have that happen. Because your contract will be written in 7 minutes and sent to them for signature before you got off the phone with them. That's how it works. And once that's done, it goes to the other agent. They have to till 5 p.m. the next day to get us an answer. And they have 3 days to get their money in escrow. And I emailed them 10 times till it's in. As a matter of fact, I take the contract and I send it to this other company and I request directly from the title company for the escrow letter. I don't even ask the agent. I go right to the title company, and I copy the agent on it. So right there, they know, wow, this guy don't mess around. You know what I'm saying? And I always protect my client. I always put clauses. I have certain clauses we put on all our contracts that protect them and permit issues and things like that. And if the seller don't want to sign them, we don't do the deal. Because if they don't want to sign them, there's something wrong. So instead of wondering if there's a permit problem, I put in there if there is, the seller's responsible to fix it, even if we find it the day before closing. So if there's a problem, we unearth it right there. We don't wait till 3 weeks in and, oh my God, hope there's nothing. You know, I want to know now, because if not, I want to move to the next house and sell it. I don't want to sit here and like pray something's going to close. You know, I want to know it's going to close from day one, file my file, get it done, get my paid at closing letter, and wait 3 weeks till it closes. And just get my money wired to me. I even send we get the paid at closing letter. Once we set it all up, they send it to the title company and us. Then I send my wire instructions to the title company and verify they got it. Weeks before the closing. That's before the inspection's done. Is really when I'm done. So that's how we do that. Like that goes back to the systems. So when people see that, they don't deal with anybody else. You know, I have one client where we have two houses listed for them right now, and one of the houses got under contract twice, and it fell apart, and we were able to keep the deposit twice. So I made half the deposit on 2 deals, because of the way I protected them. And I'll probably do it again. I'm okay with that, because I'm doing my job. The other realtor didn't do their job. This is the way it works. And I'm not going to tell them. If another realtor makes a mistake, I'm going to capitalize on that mistake for my client. I'm not here to be a good Samaritan. I'm here to represent my client and do the best job I can and make as much money as I can for me. As a result, you follow? That's the result. The money is the result. But you want to position yourself to protect that client. See, that's where deliver results comes. So now they got an extra 10 grand on their house when they sell it, because they kept the $2 $5,000 order deposit. And I made an extra 5 grand because my 5 gets split between me and the other realtor. Because you don't keep the whole thing. So if the deposit's 10,000, they get 5, we get 5, but I got to give 25 to the other realtor. That happened twice. So I made an extra 5 grand, and the commission is only $125,000 house. So I made an extra 5 grand, and then when the house sells, I'll still make another 3%. I made less, or I made more on the deposits than I'll make on the commission. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So that's how you do it. That's how, and it's not nothing good or bad. It's just you got to protect your client. They missed their deadlines. That's it. You document it. This is supposed to be done today. You're in violation of contract. You can get back in contract, do what you want. However, if the deal isn't closed, we will retain the deposit. Email. Title company, agent. They voided the contract. Okay, we'll still close. But if you don't close by this day, you lose your deposit. And I'll actually send them the cancellation, signed by the buyer, by the seller, and say, here, just sign this. If you don't close by this day, just sign this and send it to me. You already have it. Like, done. Takes 30 seconds. And that way it's done. So close and pay me, or just sign this and give it to the title company and pay me. Either way. Okay, so it's a lot. This business, like, people think it's easy. It's not easy.
By no means.
There's nothing easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's a simple process, but there's so many things that happen in that process. It's crazy. Right, so now we go to prospecting, right? So it's about how many people you talk to. Okay, are there people in your market that want to buy and sell? Of course. How do you find them? What do you do to get to them? Because, listen, there's 3,000 deals closing this month in Miami, in South Florida, in our area. 3,000 deals are closing. How comes we can't get to them? How do we get to them to let them know who we are, what we do? That's the master question. That's it. Now, just like in branding, when you think of soda, what do you think of?
Coca-Cola.
Nobody said Pepsi.
Yep.
Right? Nobody said Pepsi. I like Pepsi better.
Yeah.
So like when you think of pizza, what do you think of?
Vesuvius.
Okay. See, Pizza Hut, Vesuvius. See, a small place, a national brand. You see how it starts to fall apart. But when you think of what's another topic? I don't know. When you think of
Car accident?
when you think of a car,
Jeep.
yeah,
Pickup truck.
Mercedes.
right? See, everybody has their own,
Yeah.
right?
BMW.
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? So everybody thinks of a different thing. Now, when you think of real estate, what do you think of?
Nothing is empty.
It's empty for you.
Yeah, it's empty.
Not you're in real estate, but
It's like us.
yeah, I mean there's like a million companies. There's nothing, right? When you think of real estate, what do you think of? Nothing.
And that's a nonsense.
Right. Oh no, I don't want to deal with them. That's what you think. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. There's a void. And how do you build wealth? You fill a void for the public. When the public needs something, if you fill the void, you make billions of dollars. What do you think all these big companies do? They fill voids of what people need, and that's where the money. It don't matter how skilled you are, how smart you are, how good you are. You could be an idiot. Look at half the people. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Total idiot. With a lot of money to do it. No, total idiot. What did he have before Facebook? He barely made it through school. He had no friends.
Really?
Just look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He created Facebook. How did he get friends? The money.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Money.
Look at Bill Gates. Look at the guy, Apple, what's his name? Steve Jobs. Lived in a garage.
They were all hermits.
They were hermits, nobody knew who they were until the money.
Came in, yeah.
And then the money comes. And then the world looks at them like, holy shit. They're a bunch of whatever. Like they were like in society, what were they? Did any of them do charity?
Yeah.
Did you hear them do anything? Did you before?
No.
They filled the void. Steve Jobs always filled the void. Microsoft filled the void. Yeah, like they were nothing. I don't know if they were good people, bad people. I don't know. I don't know. But look at what they did before they were big, and then look what they did after they were big because they had the funds to do it. You know, Bill Gates gives billions of dollars. I mean, the guy makes a couple $1 million a minute or something, right?
Okay.
So Warren Buffett, you know, he's so timid. He still lives in the first house he bought. It's a ranch house somewhere. He didn't even he's a billionaire. He owns what is it? The Berkshire Hathaway.
Mm-hmm.
The guy from Walmart used to just drive the same Ford pickup truck from 1960, whatever it was.
But there's certain people you can look at their character and what they did before they had money. You know, and it's vice versa. There's people with great character and are important people that don't have a lot of money. But you see what I'm saying? There's different categories of that. Now, it all comes down to that positioning. It goes back to positioning now. Because when they think real estate, how do you make them think of Simonetta Group? Think of you. There's nothing that does that. Like you have Sotheby's, you have Engel and Volkers, you have all these companies, but nobody thinks of those when you say real estate because they don't fill that void. You have Century 21, you have Keller Williams, you have all these companies, but they don't fill that void. There's a void because when somebody needs to sell a house, they don't know who to go to. So what if you can become who they go to? 20% of the time. So 20% of 3,000 deals is 600 deals. Imagine you did 600 deals. 100 deals is $1 million. That's 6 million. Just average deals. I'm not talking about big deals. I'm talking about $7,500 commissions. You know, $10,000 commissions. I'm not talking about look where we are. The average price here is $500,000. We're right around where we're sitting.
Yeah.
Average is fine. Right here in Brickell, I like to do like different videos on different things. Many people don't know this. In one of the neighborhoods here, it's the most concentrated area of 2-bedroom apartments in the country. There's no other city in the country that has more 2-bedroom apartments in a neighborhood. Nobody knows that. That's an interesting topic to talk about on Facebook. So imagine going on Facebook Live. Hey, look, here's who I am. This is what we do. We have a training company. We do this. I wanted to share an interesting thought with you. I just read an article today that this neighborhood in Brickell has the most concentrated 2-bedroom apartments in the country. And here's the stats. Boom, boom, boom. I just thought you guys would like that. Please leave me some comments, share. Boom. Do one video a day like that. What happens in a week? You become an expert. You're taking information that's there and you're repeating it in an interesting way. and that's how you position.
Yeah, no, you just have a number.
Yeah, they start to trust. They start to trust that way. They start to build that way. You know, so that's kind of how it works. Like that's prospecting. Now you got to have numbers. Numbers are your goals. Okay, so for example, there's a sheet here. Tell me that sheet's right there. So in this sheet here that we use, and this is going to be in the email I send you. Like basically, I'm sending you guys an email. It's going to be the scripts. It's going to be the chart. It's going to be the questions every week that we're going to go over, and this stuff. And every week, what we're going to do is we're going to set goals. So on Friday of every week, we're going to start. We're starting it now, but we're really going to start implementing this for November 1st. Like this next couple of weeks is all like a fine tuning. That's what we've been doing. We've been fine tuning and getting this together.
Just seeing if anyone had questions.
Yeah, is there? There's a lot of people in and out, right?
Becky loves this. Becky Farias.
Hey, so what we're doing is, if you want, turn it down a little bit because I'm sitting down now. Push on the bottom. That's good.
You're there, I see you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's good. All right, turn a little bit too. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, turn it towards like this way. There you go. That's cool. So what we're doing is, what we have is the number of days you're going to work, the hours you're going to prospect, the goals, contacts, leads generated, and then how many listing presentations we're going to do. Then below that is how many listings we took, how many listings we sold, how many buyers we dealt with and controlled the sales, total price reductions, and the number of role playing. So we're going to set up role playing sessions where we all do it together and just really like give each other a hard time. Because if you're giving each other a hard time, you're able to produce. You're able to like overcome when somebody strange is giving it to you. So what happens is, like, you gotta think about this. Look at like a pitcher in baseball. The guy goes in, he pitches three or four innings, makes millions of dollars, and gets out. But that pitcher pitches 3 or 4 innings, practices all week. During the off season, all they do is weight train. To pitch 3 or 4 innings to make $20 million. So they're in there for 2 hours, 3 times a week, twice a week sometimes, making that money, but they're preparing. Look at the basketball player that's taking foul shots and practicing all the practice they're doing to play in a 45-minute game, right? Or whatever it is, 12 minutes or 48 minutes, whatever it is. Football, same thing. Baseball, all those things. They practice that good to be that great to play. Just imagine if you practice this stuff to connect and position with people. How great would you be every time you talk to somebody? You see how I talk to people? How I pick up the phone and they don't hang up on me? It's because I know that shit that good. I'm no better than you. Because let me tell you something. If I pick up the phone and say, hey, this is Phil, I don't know you yet. Or you pick up the phone and say, hey, this is Cindy, I don't know you yet. Or you pick it up and say Tony. You pick it up and say Kevin. You pick it up and say Iris. They don't know me from you.
Right.
I can say, hi, I'm Tony. And they'll think I'm Tony. He can say, hi, I'm Phil. They'll think he's Phil. They don't know Simonetta Group. They don't know what Phil is. They don't know. Us in the room knows what I know and what you know. That's it. It's perception. It's a 2 or it's a peace sign. Now, if you can connect and position with them the same way I do, you don't have to worry about the results. I'll bring them. And after we bring the results a couple times, you'll get better and better. And then one day you're going to be like me. Better than me, I hope. I hope I can create you guys better than me. That's my goal. That's what I want. Because I want you guys to make so much money in real estate to be able to do whatever you want in your life for your family, your kids, what you want to build. That's what I want to do. And then that way, I make the money I want to make, and I can build my life the way I want to build. And I can give you guys the tools to do that because I know how to do it better than anybody. I truly believe that. Like, I don't know how else to emphasize that. I just need a client. You get that client in front of me, and they're a worthy client, they're not going anywhere else. I'll bet my life on it. I will get the deal. I don't care if the brothers are Realty. I don't care. I'll get the deal. Because when they say, oh, well, my brother's a realtor, you know what I say to them? I say, man, you ever remember, you know a time like when you needed something done and you really were going to get it done and then one of your friends said, hey, I'll do it for you. And you let your friend do it and just never done right? Don't let this time be like that time. I'm the guy to get it done right. I tell them that to their face. I'll tell you the brother sitting there. I don't care. Because I know I'm better than them. I'll say, listen, I'll come teach you how to do real estate, or look, I'll give you 25% referral fee for it. I'll handle the deal. I'll get it done. I'll throw you 25%. Just take off. You know? That's it. 'Cause I don't care. I know I'm better. So, and I know my service, and I know I'm more loyal, and I know my commitment to the client to get a deal done. And I know no one has that. No one has heart anymore. No one puts it in. They just want the money. They just want the money. I don't care about the money because it's coming. The money's coming if I give everything else. 90% of people don't get that. You know, the people that get that are wealthy. The people that get that do what they want, when they want, whenever they want. They're not focusing on that $1.50. They're focusing on, all right, how do I lead them off? How do I make them better? How do I make the situation better for everybody? And gain the respect from people. That's what it comes down to. You know, and if people don't see that, they're not for you. It's okay. People don't see that with me. I'm okay with it. Have a good day. Take care. Good luck. And I move on to where that's accepted. Because people that do stuff differently, or try to pull over things, or try to be sneaky, will be repulsed from you. They're going to leave your life when you live this way, when you do business this way, and you start like being this way. They're going to go because it's like two magnets that are opposites. They just you know how magnets push away or they go together. Well, when you're in the right frequency, they come together. And energy, your energy, people are energy. It's metaphysics. So when that energy and this energy, they just leave. You don't have drama in your life. They just go. They walk away. And it's like you don't have to do anything. It's so great. They just move. You know. So that's what happens. And when you live that way, and you just keep your business that way. You know, it's not just real estate for me. It's everything. It's everything I do. I live a certain way, and it's just I only have certain people around me, and I'm okay with that because I don't have any headaches. I'm good.
And it goes back to integrity.
Yeah. So that's the sheets we're going to do. So every Friday, we're going to sit down and set our goals, and on the bottom there's 4 goals for the week. You know, so that week you set 4 goals for yourself, and we have to see what you accomplish. It doesn't have to just be business. One could be business, one could be personal. Like yours is to get so much done for your license. Yours got to be get so much for your license.
Yeah, I'm already
You know?
up to 5.
Yeah. So that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I was just starting to
It's a lot.
last 2 days.
It's a lot.
Midterm.
Yeah.
Like, so now I got 8.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
And
That's what it comes down to, guys. I mean, it's really setting the goals. It's all numbers. It's all percentages. If you make 100 calls, you talk to 5 people, you get an appointment. You know, if you talk to them correctly. If you don't talk to them correctly, it's going to take you 500 calls. So you'll start off with 500 calls to get an appointment, then 400 calls, and 300. Next thing you're making 20 calls to get an appointment because it's a repetition. You notice how you're getting more comfortable? So you're more comfortable with people. That's easier for you to make a call. It's easier for you to talk to them. See? Joshua got the appointment like that. He can't wait to get on the phone. He's good now. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can just pick up the phone. The girl hung up, give me the phone. You know? If I want, I'm going to get it. That's how I am. I'll take that no matter what. Because if there's this much of them wanting to sell the house, I'll get it. Because I'll find a way and then make them need me. That's it. I'll find a way and make them realize who we are, and then we'll latch on and not let go, and we'll sell the property. And that's how you do it. You got to connect. You got to position. Inspire them. Look, let's create a possibility. Creating a possibility, when you say those words, people, it's like refreshing. Well, let's create a possibility of getting this house sold for you as fast as possible. Look, the last house I put on the market, we sold in 3 days. It closed in 15. It was a cash deal. Investor. Would you mind if an investor from another country writes a check for your house? You want to sell it? Let's get it sold. You don't want to sell it because you don't act like you want to sell it. I sell houses. I don't want to waste your time or mine. Do you want me to sell it? Yeah. So, you know, if they're asked, well, where were you going when you sell the house? Okay, so you want to get there. What are you getting there for? You got a job change. Oh, your mom's sick. Oh, listen. What if I could take care of this, get it done? You can go, and I'll handle this. You just go get it done. I give you my word. Here, let me send you my links to who I am and what I do. Boom. They need to sell that house. Right. But they got kids calling them, telling them, yeah, when are you going to hire the right realtor? With a fake Rolex leasing a Lexus. You know what I mean? They think they're, you know. You know? That's what happens. You know, that's what happens. They're out, you know, partying, drinking. Go look at their Facebook Live. They're in a nightclub partying. if I go Facebook Live in a nightclub, it's me walking in the back door, saying, "This is how you get in a nightclub." You get what I'm saying? That's how you. It's positioning. You want to be a certain level. You know, you want people to say, "Wow, I respect that. That's what I want to be like. That's what I want in my life." People want to feel important. Everybody wants to feel important. Make them feel important. Give them their 15 minutes of fame. Hey, you guys want to be on our reality show? Monday nights we do it on Facebook. You want to be on it? Let them feel important. Feel them out. If they're an I, dude, they're all over it. Like Joey, be all over that. Like if he was like a client, you know, an I personality, be all over. Yeah, I want to do that. You know, you'd want to like, let's go on the Facebook Live. Let's do it. Yeah. See, you're like,
It's so funny because I'm an I and I don't want to be on Facebook like that. I barely post anything. So
wait, what was your other score? I
and D.
I and D. But
My
why?
C's and my S and my C are like down here.
Do you like to have a party? You like to set up a party?
Yeah.
You're D. Okay, so wait,
High I and D.
yeah. No, I'm saying, but you like to be in that environment.
Oh yeah.
You're always in the group of people. You're always the fun one to be around.
Yeah.
Not all the traits are always strong. You see what I'm saying? That's an I. Now, what makes you not want to be on Facebook? What reason? Or live? Or to be the
I've
center?
never tried it,
Yeah.
and I don't know. For some time now, I just haven't wanted to like take pictures and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but that's
I'm becoming
just
more private.
That's a privacy thing.
Yeah, I'm becoming more private. Not necessarily that I don't like to
Right.
be around people. I love to be around people.
Right.
I hate being at home and being
Yeah.
closed in an office or anything like that.
Do you think maybe being in a certain situation has altered that in you mentally, and it's not really
Maybe.
the thing?
Maybe.
Or being in a certain environment where you had your surgery, stuff like that, where you're kind of secluded, can't do your thing,
Probably.
and in that situation, then again your brain starts thinking. Remember, it starts going negative. Like you start. Imagine going on Facebook Live and it'll turn everything. You're like, "Holy shit, that was cool." 1,800 people said they like it. Wow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not that you don't like it. It's that your mindset is in a different place right now. See,
I haven't tried it.
there you go. So, like, we're Facebook Live right now. Look at all the invites. Look at all the likes. Look at all the people watching. So, it comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. You go in and out, whatever. Now, when we get all these, like, things on this and people start going to my websites and they start looking at stuff, I mean, we had over 150 people go take the disc profile in the last 2 weeks. Just from talking about it. And because it registers, I see them. You know? So, it works, and I know that's helping those people. So to me, that's like awesome. I might not even know them. A couple of them messaged me and said, "Wow, that was really cool. Thank you for that." One guy in New York, one guy in California, people I never would have interacted with. Why would I be in a town in New York? Like, you know what I mean? That does that. That gives you access. Now, somebody in New York or Canada might be watching this and saying, "Wow, I want to buy a property in Miami for an investment. Who am I going to call?" They're watching us. You don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what comes from that. Because that's giving you access to the world for free. Where do you get that? You know, that starts that position. So imagine Monday nights when we start the show, Real Estate Lifestyle by the Simonetta Group. So when we do the show, we're going to restaurants. We're going to have the owners of the restaurants on the show with us, talking about the restaurant, talking about real estate, talking about how the restaurant is, inviting people there. We're going to do all that. It's not just going to be, "Hey, this week we got 6 listings," and hey, nobody gives a shit.
That's true.
Who cares?
They don't care.
They care about, "Wow, that's Miami. I want to go to Miami." Well, when you go to Miami, who's going to get you there? Me. You know? You need a place? Okay, go. You want to rent a place? Okay. You want to come for the season? Okay. Because that's going to turn into a deal. A seasonal rental turns into a purchase. Because if somebody can afford to rent a seasonal, it's just a matter of time till they buy when they come here. It's just a matter of time. Who comes to Florida doesn't buy? Like, it's just a matter of time. So you see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a sale today. It has to be a connection today. It has to be positioning today. It has to be inspiring them. It has to be delivering results no matter what you do. Somebody sees me, they know I know what I'm doing when it comes to real estate. You know, if they start asking me about ice skating, I'm going to shut up because I don't know nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like if I don't know something, I don't talk about it. Tell me what you know, okay? If I know something, I'll lay it down. And I have no problem doing that. When it comes to opening up a nightclub or a restaurant, or handling inventory, or seeing if somebody's robbing the bar, I can tell in 10 minutes. Like, I can just look, and I can see what's going on. I know what I'm talking about. If I was opening a cigar lounge, I can do that in my sleep. It comes to writing a deal, God, come on. Like, I can do that in my sleep. It's just a matter of what I know and I don't know, because you can't know everything. This goes back to, like, gratitude landmark stuff. Like, you know, if you have the circle, you know, you don't know, and then everything else, you don't even know you don't know it.
Exactly.
Like, there's so much shit in the universe we don't even know we don't know. So, I stick with what I know, and I try to learn what I don't know I don't know. I know what I don't know. I don't want to know it. If I did, I know it. If that makes any sense. So I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. So if I wanted to learn what I don't know, I would make it what I know.
Right.
I just don't choose to. The thing I don't know that I don't know is what I want to learn. Because if I don't even know it exists, that's what I want to learn. Because then that's the only way you become better.
Right.
Not by learning what you don't know, because if you don't know, you don't care. I don't know nuclear physics. I don't give a shit. I'm not building a bomb. I don't care. Like, I'm not doing nuclear stuff. I don't give a shit about it. Let the scientists do that. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make deals work. I like people. I want to work with people. I like to learn everything I can about people. So there's things I don't know about psychology that I don't even know exist, but I want to learn them. So I can deal with people better. And make deals. That's where I make my living. You know, that's where it is. So that gives you an idea, okay, with like prospecting, okay? Lead follow-up is the next thing. Prospecting and connecting with them. Okay, I never get the deal on the first call. Like, the first call I make to people, I can count, like, on one hand the amount of times I set an appointment and got the deal. The second call, the third call, usually the third or fourth call. The first call, I talk to them, I say, can I call you back? Let me send you the link. I'll call them back. Did you look at the link? No, I didn't look at it. Let me text it to you right now. Can you look at it? I'm saying something like that. And then they look at it. Then the third call, I talk to them. Third or fourth call. It's always when you make the deal. First call's not going to happen. No one's going to say, okay, list the house. Very rarely, ever. And I'm good. I'm really good with people on the phone. I don't get that. Third, follow-up is the most important thing. Just like delivering results, follow-up is the most important thing. Now, qualifying them. Now, buyers, listen, if I want to deal with a buyer, I get leads from OpCity, I get leads from Zillow, Trip, they come on the phone. The phone makes a noise, I hit the button, and if I hit it in time, it comes to me. Now, they're not qualified, you don't know who they are, they're looking at houses online. First thing I do is I start asking them questions. Well, what do you do for a living? Okay. Where are you looking? Is this the area you want to be in? I set up a search for them instantly. I do 30 seconds. You guys see me do it? I get on here, boom, boom, boom. I send the guy to search. I send him a report. The house that he looked at, I pull RPR report and send it to him. I also put a search live in a radius and I send it to him. I do more in 30 seconds than any realtor can do like in a month. And you guys know. You guys saw what I did. What realtor does that? None. They barely call people back. So that positioned me right around. This guy does a shit. Right? The guy, I see him, he was in the thing looking today. Houses. I'm going to call him later. I'll shoot him an email, call him, say, hey, I saw you. I won't tell him I saw him in there. I'll just tell him, hey, I was thinking of you. You know, I don't tell him because it's like weird. You know?
That's if you're here in the office.
I do it on my phone. What are you talking about?
Okay.
It's easier to do on the phone than in the office.
So if you're up and about and you're getting that call.
I pick it up. I have a piece of paper with me to write down. All the time. So I have pen and paper. I'm driving in a car, boom. I'm eating lunch, boom. I don't give a shit. Because that could be $10,000, $15,000, $20,000.
Yeah, of course.
Why would I take that call? I take every one. I got 6 calls yesterday. You know? Yesterday, Sunday, I got six different leads that came through. I take them. When we're here, I'll give them around. They're buyers. I don't even want them. I don't want them. I hate buyers. Not that I hate them. I mean, I love buyers, whatever, but I'd just rather not do buyers.
Not rather deal with buyers.
Yeah, I'd rather do listings. Because a buyer, you're going to take the time, do the interview, go look at 12 houses, put an offer, inspection goes back. Start over. This offer didn't go through. Start over. Get a deal. Make your money. Listing. Go spend 1 hour, get it done, put it up, sell it. Go get 4 more listings. At the same time, we got 1. You see?
You don't have to do anything.
Drive around, pay gas, Yeah, okay. You know? I give the buyers out. You guys can take the buyers. Take. We'll split them, go take them. You take the buyer, show them the house. When they want to make an offer, bring them. We'll do the offer. That's where I'll take over. Paperwork, offer, get it all done. Get it inspected. Get the appraisal done. You guys go do the inspection and appraisal and get paid. That's how it goes. You know?
I want to.
That's all it is.
I want to focus more on listings
Yeah, that's where it is.
because a lot of my work has always been with buyers, and
It's draining.
a lot of
It's
work.
draining.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's how the qualifying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's how you do it. Listen, you're gonna work with us, great. Here's who we are. We do this. We do this. We have an office here. We teach realtors. We do all this. Are you interested in working with us? I'll say I'm gonna send you a search. Here's everything. Okay, boom. Do you see how competent everything is? Great. Now, the next step, if you want to work with me, I have a buyer-broker agreement that says you're going to work with me. I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm going to get all this work done. I'm going to be the realtor you work with. We're going to sign an agreement saying that. Okay, so if you, I'll email. I'm going to send it over to you right now for digital signature. Send it to them. Let them sign it. If they don't want to sign it, listen. There's nothing more I can do for you because there's nothing guaranteeing me that I'm going to do all this work for you and you're going to go work with somebody else. I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
So just like when you go to a doctor or a lawyer, you do a retainer or whatever you do. This is my agreement. It doesn't cost you a thing. That's it. Now they say, well, no, I don't want to do. Okay, well, you want to go look at these 6 houses. Then let's sign an agreement just for these 6 houses. So I'll put the MLS numbers. What's up, buddy? I'll put the MLS numbers. Boom, 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 boom. So we do an agreement, and then there's an area. You put the 6 MLS numbers. And say only for these houses. So if I take you look at these houses and you buy one, you're going to buy it from me. If you go look at other houses, you don't buy it from me, okay. But it's okay because by the time they sign that one for the 6, and by the time you're done with it, okay, by the time you're done with all that, they'll sign an agreement because they're going to realize, wow, this guy took his time, he did this, he showed me everything. You build a relationship with them on the houses, and you're at the last and say, listen, look, we did these 6. Okay, you want me to work with you? Okay, look, let's just cross this off and just put a single family home in South Florida. You initial and I initial. Now I got my agreement. You know what I'm saying?
And you do that even with referrals?
No, referral. No.
Yeah.
If it's
Because a lot of my business has always been referrals.
No. If it's
not with cold calling, not with any of that stuff. So
it depends. It depends because I had a friend that did social media for me. And he used to work for Google. He was really good at it. Him and his fiance wanted to look at a house. I didn't do an agreement. The fiance was like just like crazy, like just bad, just like bad. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And like just bad, just really bad. And I didn't do an agreement. Well, they ended up doing something. They went with somebody else because of her. And I said to him, he's like, I'm sorry, man, like this, that, the other thing. I don't use them for social media, so I learned it. I don't need them. But the whole thing was, I said, dude. So I'm going to give you one warning. I'm not friends with him anymore anyway. I mean, he would be, but I don't trust people like that. I said, I was going to give you one warning. If that girl did what she did to me, and she doesn't know me, God help you when she leaves you. And he just looked at me. They're going to get married. I don't know if they got married or not. But think about it. She does that to somebody she doesn't know. Imagine when she wants to leave you and fuck you really bad. And he just like looked at me. He didn't know what to do. He was like face dropped. I said, "That's all I can say to you. Good luck, man." And and ever since that, I make everybody sign one. I don't care who it is, because it's business. It's not personal. You go to a lawyer. It's your friend. You gonna sign an agreement? Yeah, he's a professional, right? Mm-hmm. Be a professional real estate person. Don't be. You know what I'm saying? Look, you want to deal with me. This is who I am. Anybody of stature that's worth dealing with will respect that and sign it. If not,
buyer broker agreement.
Yep, I got it. I got the form here. Tell me, you just tell me, hey, send this over to this email address. Boom, boom. Okay, it's there. Or you can do whatever you want to do. You can type it up and do it too. Whatever you want to do. I always do that. And if they don't want to do it, good luck, man. Because I'm gonna go to the next person and have no problems. It's just not worth it. I have a deal now. We had to do it. Like we had stuff going back and forth, and it's kind of closed. But I did that. It was a co-broker deal, and same thing. It could have went the wrong way if that broker agreement wasn't there. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you have a broker agreement and they go to another realtor and they close the deal. When a deal closes, you go to the board. Here's my broker agreement with this person. They went to this realtor and they closed the deal. They make the realtor pay you the commission. And you don't have to talk to the realtor.
Right.
It's the realtor's job to ask them if they have an agreement. And if they say no, they lie, it's still the realtor's problem. You know? So that works. You just gotta have the agreement. And what I do is I'll send, what I do is the day of the closing, as I follow it, the morning of the closing, I send the broker agreement to the title company. So for easy, it holds it. The title company will hold the commission. They won't even get to the other broker. But I'll let them do all the work. Get it all closed, and I'll just do it here. So, it's good to have. Alright, so that goes into the qualifying.
What is that then?
That's like I guess it's like a storage room. I'll be back in 1 second. Give me a
Like a
second, guys.
utility room?
I always keep going there. Swear. Sprinkler. This is sprinkler. That's what else sprinkler system is. It's pretty cool, actually. All right. So that's kind of the step. So now you have the qualifying. You really got to make sure they're qualifying. For listings, you have listing agreement. Yeah, you do, of course. You do the exclusive broker. Yeah. So we do the exclusive broker listing agreement. So that means it's exclusive. Now, sometimes when I do for sale by owner, I give them the option to sell it themselves. So I have a program I designed for sale by owners and for expired listings will be discounted. So I'll go to a $10 million listing that didn't sell and offer them a discounted rate and give them the full service of 6%. So I'll say, look, you were selling your house for $5 million. Your commission on $5 million was $300,000. What if I make that commission $400,000 and only charge you $4 instead of $6? But I give you the same service that I was going to give at 6%, but you can't tell nobody. And all I ask is you refer somebody to me. This is between you and me. I put it on the contract. We're going to charge 4. I'm going to split 2 and 2 instead of 3 and 3. That's the way it works. So I give the other agent 2 and I keep 2 instead of 3 and 3. And some people say, well, the agent won't show the house. And years ago that used to be.
Yeah.
But now, no, bullshit.
I remember doing searches and filtering it for nothing that was under 6%.
But here's the question though. How many times do they come with you with the house that they want to see from Zillow or Trulia?
How many times what?
The clients. They come with the houses they want to see. You don't have to search anymore. Because I'll do searches for them and they still come by houses with Zillow and Trulia. I want to see this one.
Yeah.
It don't work that way anymore. You can't control it.
Yeah.
Because if they say, I want to see this house and it's 2%, guess what? You're going to show it to them? No? Guess what? They'll call me. I'll make a whole for it.
Yeah.
They'll go to the listing agent. You don't want to take me to see this house? I'll call the listing agent.
You know, the
Sure.
makes all,
Come on, let's see the house. I'll make the 4%. I'll make more than I made anyway. You see, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want to create your own market. You want to create your own people, you know? All right? So that's something we do. And I'll get into more of that with you guys. That's something I do. I don't share that on Facebook. Like the process of that. That's something we do in-house that no one else does. Okay. And listing presentations. Okay? I make it really easy for you. Listen, go look at sold10x.com and I'll call you right back. The listing presentation is there. The buyer presentation. Go to buy10x.com. The recruiting presentation. Come see us today.com. Yeah. You want to share the disc profile with people. Say, listen, you're really cool. I like you guys. I want you to do something. There's this personality test, and it really, like, you talk to people about that. Go to disc10x.com. It's a $300 test. I'm giving it to you for free. It's a $350 test that you get the whole report. You guys see it, and you tell them, this is a gift from me to you. Go to disc10x.com. It's a $350 gift I'm giving you. You fill it out. It takes you right to the test. Both of you guys take it. It'll help your relationship or whatever you're doing. And then after it, there's a video in the middle. Watch the video, and it walks you through the whole test and tells you how it works. It tells you, a lot of it's about business and it relates to like marketing, but it really goes through the test and it will really help you out no matter what you're doing. Give it to them for free. It's a gift. That's $425 gift because I used to charge $75 for the program. So like that was it. So you give them that. disconnects.com. You know, you want to. What else do I have? There's so much. There's all that. The psychology vocalizes on the site too. So like this stuff, I basically eliminated the aggravation. If you watch the videos, just that's the information you got to talk about. That's the listing presentation, right there. I just did it, and then what I do at the listing presentation, we use this. We use this is my CMA. This is my whole thing. The report. So when I sit down with them, so here it is. Okay, so this is your property. Okay, this is all of our information, so you have it. Here's the property location, correct? Yep, it's the building right here. Okay, built in 81, 1,760 square feet inside. It's actually 1,900 with the patio. There's the above. There's the beach, which is right here. Here it is. You walk out. There's the pools behind here. It goes over there. Come down here. There's all the information on the property. There's pictures of the property. Okay, so here's this property. See, look, here it was in 09. Look at it drop in 2010. It dropped. Now look where it came back up. Came up, dropped, came up, dropped. It's going to go back up. See, this is going to follow the trend. This here is the actual zip code. This is the Broward County, and this is the state of Florida. So this is a luxury property, beach condo. It's actually higher than averages, you know, because it's on the beach. But it follows the same trend. Look, it's the same trend, just a higher level. All the assessed values, taxes, fees, who the owner is, all the transfers done on the title. Tells you if there's a mortgage. Tells you the density. Gives you all the statistics, average price per square foot in the market. I mean, everything. I mean, things you don't want to know. So everything you need. Okay, now it shows you the property. It shows you the blue ones are the sold, the green ones are on the market, red are distressed, and the blue is pending distressed. Obviously, there's no foreclosures on the beach right now, but so everything's good. These are all the comps. It breaks down the comps next to each other in columns. Then it gives you a price per sheet. Each column, each property is a sheet. And this here is 93 pages long.
Yep.
And it keeps going and 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 going. And the reason I'm going to the bottom is because I'm going to show you how we market internationally. Now, not only do I put you on 500 national websites like Zillow and Trulia, and get you, you know, like, you ever notice like if you like type in a watch, like Movado watch, and you go and you put it in Google and you look, and then when you're looking at Walmart site and this site, Movados keep popping up. Well, when someone looks for real estate keeps popping up. I put you on those. So if somebody's looking at Walmart at mixers for food, and your house pops up because they're looking for real estate, and they click it and boom, it comes to our website at your link location for you. And here you go. So and now, not only do I do that. Okay, so not only do we do that, not only do I put you on the 500 websites, I also market you globally. I put you in 140 different countries in 18 different languages. Okay, so these are all the languages, and these are all the websites you go on internationally. So you go on China Zillow, Salvador Zillow, Japan Zillow, because they don't use Zillow, they use these sites. So not only is your house being marketed here, it's being marketed internationally, because do you mind if some Chinese guy writes a check and buys it? No? Okay. So I actually pay to put you on all those websites too. Now after the presentation, you ready to go? Because I can have the contract drawn up in about 5 minutes. I'll do it right here. I'll send it to your email. You can sign it on my computer. Okay? I'll bring my drone back. We'll fly. We'll take pictures. And I'll have it on the market by midnight. Let's do it. That's my presentation. It's not, well, your house is worth this, and we think we can do this. No. I'll do this. Here it is. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it. I'm not, well, no. When do you want to sell it? Now? Let's get it done. Because that's what I do. I sell houses. I don't want to waste your time or my time. You know? I'm not here to be friends. I'm here to get a job done for you. We're going to end up being friends at the end. I know that. But let me just do my job. You get out of my way. So I'll tell them that. Because that's what they want. They don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to take a chance. They want it done. And that's it. That's the presentation. You know? So that's how we do that. Something fun. This is good. I'm gonna mention it. So the counter offers came. I got offers that came in. All while we're doing this, offers came in on properties. So you see what I'm saying? So when you have listings, you can do this and still make deals. I spent an hour, did the listing. I'm teaching, and there's offers coming. You get what I'm saying? So that's why listings are better. I can take 10 listings, go to the beach, and wait for my phone to ring. Not that I go to the beach and do that, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
I do.
You don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. So that's that. Now, one of the things we're going to do with our training, the last one, let me go over this real quick too. The scheduling. Okay, so scheduling is the most important thing. Now, if you say I'm going to work Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 4, we're going to work Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 4, right? And you're going to say, okay, 6 hours, that's 12 hours a week. Now, in those 12 hours, just like we do, 12 hours, so many contacts, so many calls, so many, and that's what we got to do. And you commit to that. If you say it, you do it, no matter what. You know, you just make, that's your integrity. Now, once you do it, the schedule, you know, is the answer to most of the problems in life. Like if you say you're going to do something and you go back on that, it goes downhill from there. You know, just everything just falls apart. So keep it simple, pick what you're going to do, and then base it around your goals. So if you want to do one deal a week, you're going to have to talk to like 300-400 people on the phone. If it's a phone thing, you got to talk to people to get a deal a week done. 50 deals a year, $500,000 a year. $500,000 to $750,000 a year. You'll make. You know, isn't that bad? 300 people a week. You know, that's basic. If you talk to 300 people a week, 300 to 400 people a week should get a deal. Say 400. Okay, you got 7 days. It's 28 people. No, it's 60 people a day. 50 people a day is 350. So if you can talk to 50 people a day, Monday through Friday, it's like out on the weekends. It's not that hard. Just get it to where 50 people a day will get you a lead, get you a deal, and you get one listing a week. 52 listings a year. If you sell 40 of them, because some won't sell, 40 deals, average between 7 to 15,000 depending on the deal. Say 10 grand. Do the math, 700,000 a year. Not bad. But it starts with scheduling. It starts with working that schedule. Keep it, base it on the goals. Live by that. That schedule is like your Bible. Because you don't have that. If you had a job, you go to work, you get a list of things to do, and you do your job. You're doing somebody else's schedule. Because the owner has you doing that. And the owner has that person doing that. The owner has that person doing that. The owner does this. Each person has their own thing. And at the end of the day, it's all done. This business is a little bit different. How do we do it? Okay, we set the group up, and I'm giving you guys each your things to do. So, but they're all the same. So you connect, you position, you inspire. You bring them together with me and you, and then we deliver results and get it closed. All the way down through. That's it. Now how you're gonna connect and position and inspire is your way. And yours is your way, and yours is your way, and yours is your way. You have the guidelines. Here's how I do it. May not be that my way may not be for everybody. It's good for me. I make my money, I'm good. You got to figure your way. And the only way you're going to do that is by doing it. You don't know. Like, the way I am now has developed. I'm still changing scripts. The way I am now, I'll be different tomorrow. Something today will be different tomorrow. See, the key to success isn't making a lot of money or owning something. It's being able to adapt to things as they change and always winning. So if the real estate market changes, guess what? I go to REOs and foreclosures. The market takes a dive, I start buying properties and flipping them and holding them and renting them. Because I know if that market drops 30%, it's going to come back up. Just look at the chart. You see the chart? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up. So when it goes down, I buy. When it goes up, I'll sell. When it goes down, I can buy. When it goes up, I buy. Now, what do you think rich people do?
Stocks.
When the market dies, what do you think rich people do?
Fine.
Who do you want to work with? Rich people. Because when they buy, and when they sell, they sell. They buy when it's bad, they sell when it's good. So you work with them. You work with regular people. They buy when it's good. They rent when it's bad. If you buy right, you can rent to them. What if you do your deals a month? Let's say you make $20,000 a month. Okay? Let's say making $20,000 a month, every other month, you put 10% down and buy a single family unit and rent it out. So you buy a single family unit for $150,000, over in Fort Lauderdale, Northwest 25th, that area. Rent it out Section 8 for $1,500 a month. Now you bought it for $100,000. Your mortgage is like $600. Your taxes are $1,700 a year. So your $750 a month. You're collecting $1,500. You put 10% down or 20% down. So you took $20,000. You put it down. You have a mortgage at $80,000. You're paying $700 a month. You're collecting $1,500 a month. Okay. Now 2 more months. You buy another one. And you buy another one. And you buy another one. You're still doing your real estate. At the end of the year, you have 6 properties making you $750 a month. You're making $5,000 a month before you get out of bed. Now, you could pay the houses off and not put anything in your pocket. And they'll be paid off in 8 years. They'll be paid off. Now you have 6 houses that year. 6 houses the next year. Now you're making 10 years. After 3 years, you're making 15. After 4 years, you're making 20 before you get out of bed. See what I'm saying? Now, in 4 years, all those houses went up 30%. You sell them all. You just make millions. A couple million. Start over. Or keep them. Whatever. And buy more. That's how you make money in real estate. Not just selling 20 properties. Not just selling 100 properties and making $3 million this year. It's about taking that money and making more, or buying and flipping and buying this and doing this. Getting something for $110,000, selling it for $175,000 after you put $20,000 into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, make $50,000 a year a pop. That's how you make money in real estate. We're in the prime area to do that. What stops us from putting a thing together where we all do it? We all throw $5,000 in and buy a house. And we split it. And we get 100 houses as a group. Separately. You know what I'm saying? There's more to real estate than just selling real estate.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's more to it. There's so many things you can do. Buy an office building that makes $30,000 a month, $40,000 a month. Buy it. What do you think Grant Cardone does? He has Cardone Capital now. He has people throwing money at him so he can buy property. He owns $500 million in multifamily units, like complexes. He's making like 13, 14 million a year before he does anything. No, he has a property management company. He's still making that.
Yeah.
He has a property management company. That's what he does. He's making 13, 14 million before he gets up. And when he gets up, he's making another 100 million. Because all the products and everything he sells. People pay $20,000 for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is. So you see what I'm saying? And he started when he lost everything. When he was 40, he started over and rebuilt. Because the crash wiped him out.
In 7?
The crash wiped him out because he had all this property hedged. He had to borrow to the max, and he owned everything. And he was, it just one day. Yep. So he did it, rebuilt everything, and just killed it. There's videos. There's we talked about it. One of the most powerful people I ever met in my life. Yep. He's here. He's on 71st Street. I met him when I was 19 years old. Before, when he was building for the first time. I was like 19. He came to train us in the car business when I was getting my investment license. Yep, before I met him. He was the first person I met that I had the same mindset with all my life. I thought it was crazy until I met him. Wow, I'm crazy. Yeah. So that was it. Like that. So the 7 principles, it comes down to that. Okay, so it's literally prospecting, following up, most important, qualifying them, making sure they're credible, so you're not wasting your time running around. Proof of funds. I always get proof of funds too. You want to buy cash? Okay, send me proof of funds.
course.
You want to buy a house, you're putting 10% down, send me proof of funds and an approval. You don't have one? Here's my mortgage guy. You're going to get one before we go anywhere. I just tell them. You don't want to do it? Okay, can't help you. Good luck. You know? And I cancel the search so they can't get in anymore. So that's it. Just as fast as they got it, is as fast as they don't get it. Oh. Alright, so we're good. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're fixed. I had to plug the phone in. Is it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so that's kind of that. Now, what I want to do with you guys is, real quick, I just want to give you one session on this, okay? What this is. And what we're going to do, I want to set days up. Like, we can do one session in a day.
Okay.
It's because they're long. It's not a quick thing. So, like, for example, selling basics. You know, we can start with that, like the selling basics, and then we can go to the cold calling. Because the cold calling is really where it is. Selling basics is going to teach you the nature of selling and how to deal with people. So, and then understanding the buyer. The most important thing, it doesn't matter if they're a buyer or a seller. They're just saying the buyer in general. The sales process, that's setting up systems, like I said. You know, I've always had systems. This helped me really structure them. And then closing strategies when you're dealing with people. You know, they're going to say this. Well, this is what they're meaning. They're going to say this. This is what they're really meaning. It goes through things like that. How to follow-up is powerful. Like this one here, like a follow-up tool is really good. Prospecting, literally everything you can know on prospecting. Ways to stay motivated. There's like literally 100 videos talking about staying motivated. Traits of good salespeople. There's also interviews and a bunch of other stuff. And then there's follow-up tools, like setting up like email lists. Like I have that in Vulcan. We can go in and put them in. Like remember the drip campaigns? We're going to set those up too. So let me just give you an introduction on the cold call, okay? Let's just do this one. So basically, gotta relog in, I guess.
Wait,
What's that? Yeah, it's, okay. I just gotta click it because it doesn't show up, but it's memorized in it.
Yeah, you gotta save it.
It was sitting here so long and logged itself out. But just to give you an idea, real quick too, before we do this, I'll show you. Like, I still haven't completed the whole thing. Like, I have most of it completed. I'm still like, I just haven't had time to sit down and go through it all. So you see the ones that are the certificates printed. Like this one here, I still have a bunch to go through. I went through 21 of them, 76 of them. This one I didn't even start.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even start that one. This one I didn't start.
That must be painful.
And I gotta do all these. No, dude, it's the most powerful shit in the world. I wish I had more time. 2 minutes to 10 minutes, depending on which one.
2
Like a
minutes
video?
for
What is it?
152?
Like a video?
That right there,
Like does video or
It's
just
a lot.
Or just
Yeah,
writing?
it's gold.
Yeah, no, I know, but then there's a lot of
300 and
modules
something.
also. Yeah, it's crazy.
There was
300, really?
there was another one down there. Yeah.
This one.
Oh, 707.
707.
Oh no, this one here is saying of the whole thing.
Oh.
You see this here? These are the actual certificates. Like if I want to print the certificate saying I completed all this, I have to take 50. This is the classes here. And basically, see how it's counting them down here? Like these four? That's saying I took 100 or 200 of these, 47, 407 of these, 49 of these.
Right, but
When I complete all of those, they'll be complete automatically. So if I take these 20, these 20 will be added in somewhere down here.
oh, okay.
I just don't know where, like, because they're different certificates.
Okay.
So this one here is like 30-second to 1 minute things about objections. It's an objection, it gives you an answer. Objection and answer. Like you can go through these probably in like one day. Just boom, 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 boom. Going through them. But what's great about this is, let me show you. I'm telling people pay 20 grand for this. And they use this to train their company. And they turn their companies into like $1 million companies.
Have you heard of Craig Proctor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real estate guy.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
To be
Not
like a
even-
platinum member, you
But
have
this
to.
guy, not even the same league as that guy.
Yeah.
Like that guy,
I mean, Craig Proctor.
yeah. But he's like Mike Ferry, he's like all that. They're all, you know. But I'm saying, when you see what I'm talking about, watch. You're going to see. Just Google Grant Cardone. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. He has shows with his wife, the G&E show. They mentor people. They do charities. They raise millions of dollars. They're in the community. They do things. You're gonna see, like, Google him. No, there's no one. I'm telling you, it's just the guy's like super amazing with people, man. He does so much good. It's hard to get a hold of him and deal with him, but it's such great stuff that he does, man. I mean, all these guys partner with him, like, you know, the Dave and John and all of them, they're all partnering with him on things.
You see the shark guy?
Yeah. What was it? All right, so for example, let's just say selling basics. Let's just say we're going to go through that to start, right? So selling is the way. These are all the areas in it. So what you do is you come here and you go to the first course. There's five videos in here. Okay. So you come here, and I'll do the first one. So there it is. Some Elon. I'll play the first one so you can see it.
Prerequisite for all the success you're going to create in your life, no matter what you do, regardless of your career. Selling is for you. Okay, selling impacts every person on this planet. Your ability or inability to sell, persuade, negotiate, and convince others affects every single area of your life, and it will by itself determine how well you survive. No matter your title or your position, no matter where you are in life, no matter your role in the company you work for or on the team, whether you're the CEO or the janitor, you will at some point have to convince others of your position. What I mean by that is what you believe in. Can you sell that belief, that idea, that concept, your dreams to someone else? See, your ability to do so impacts you in ways that will determine the very outcome of the future of your life. Selling is used every day by every person on this planet, and no one is excluded. Selling is not a job or a career. Selling is a way of life. See, your ability to do well in life, to survive, to prosper, to create your financial scene depends solely on your ability to sell others on those things you believe in. I'm not talking about just selling products or services here. I'm talking about you selling yourself and others on those things you want to go do in life. Look, in life you need to know how to negotiate. You're going to buy a house one day. You're going to sell a house. You're going to get a job. You're going to commit to a bonus program or get a salary. You have to know how to negotiate. You have to know how to get another person's agreement on some point at some place in your life. The ability to get others to like you is selling. The ability to get others to work with you, support you, is selling. The ability to get people to want to please you and make you feel good and do things for you is selling. See, selling is unavoidable. It determines how well you survive. Selling is not a job, like most people think. Oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. But selling is a way of life. See, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary says that selling is the action of persuading or influencing another to some course of action or to the acceptance of something. I want to read that again. Okay, selling is an action of persuading. You ever done that before? You were selling. You tried to convince your school teacher to give you a better grade. You were selling, right? You tried to convince your kids to get to school on time so they could get a good grade. That's selling. The action of persuading or influencing someone else.
See what I'm saying? It's the perception too.
Yeah.
It's really
or just some acceptance of something. I'm trying to convince
introductory.
you to vote on
Like, you
somebody
see what I'm saying?
else.
How to just get like, holy
See,
shit.
who does this not impact?
Yeah.
When I say selling in this video,
No one looks
I'm
at that.
talking about anything that has to do with convincing, persuading, negotiating, debating.
When you're a kid, you sell to your parents so you get what you
This
want.
could include debate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Imagine you can do that all your life. Like realize that and like use that same way you did as a kid. Dude, you sell, you close every deal.
I convinced my wife to go
Well, I
out
want toys and toys around. Kid, I get on the floor and bang my head. I got it.
I'm buying a home or selling a home.
That's why I'm the way I am. I'm like, you know.
You have to sell somebody.
When I want something, I just go. I don't stop.
You have to sell the bank on giving you a loan. See, closing the bank to give you a loan is actually selling, not just getting a loan. Starting your own business is selling. You're going to need to sell the bank on some financing, some funding. You're going to have to get a lease for the property. All that is convincing someone to do something, persuading others to support your ideas. Getting a customer to buy a product from you is what most people know as selling. You know, it is said that the number one reason a business fails, this is the big schools, the big heavy dollar, high dollar, rich people schools. The number one reason a business fails is because they're undercapitalized. I don't believe this to be true. I believe the number one reason a business fails is first and foremost because their ideas, the company's ideas, were not sold quickly enough, in quantities great enough.
Uh-oh. It's the internet.
And at prices
sometimes farts here. I have it on the Wi-Fi in the building. Sometimes they.
So when Harvard says the number one reason a business fails is because they're undercapitalized, I'm saying no. The number one reason a business or an individual or a management team or the CEO, the number one reason a household fails is the inability to sell products in quantities great enough and at prices high enough. Is the inability to move your products into the marketplace, or your ideas, or your services. Look, the guy that created Velcro, okay, sold the world on something it was not asking for. He came up with a brilliant idea, presented it to the world, and the world made him rich. Why? He sold the idea. Many of you have ideas every day. The ability to sell those ideas will determine your survival. No business owner can build a business without understanding the critical element called selling. Think of any action in life, any action. And I assure you, there's someone at one end or the other selling something. Learn everything you can about selling. Your life, your dreams, your future depends on one thing, the ability to sell. Selling is essential to the survival and well-being of every living individual on this planet. It involves you.
So you have a lesson, and then you have a test. You got to pass it, or you got to take a lesson again. Now, I have it where it's already passed, but once I finish everything, I can reset it. And yeah. So the action of persuading influence others, of course, action. Something is a definition of selling, right? So selling impacts every person on this planet. True. Right? And then it said a business failed because they're undercapitalized, but the truth is, it's because the owner's always on vacation. That's wrong. The ideas weren't sold quickly enough, and the company ran out of money. They never order enough products enough. The manager of poor leadership wants to. Is this one here? There it is. And they give you a second chance to take it. And if you miss it twice, you gotta watch it again. It sucks when they're really long. So then, boom, you go to the next chapter, and it goes to the next one. And it goes to the next one. It goes to the next. And that's how it works. And then come back to the chapter menu. And each section has that. You know, so. And that's it. Handling objections. There's so much in here. Like it would take you, like, if you did a little bit every day, it'd take you like a year or two.
Wow.
Like there's so much. You see what's there.
That's why
If
it's
you just
university.
it's sick. I mean, and the thing is, it's always being updated. He's always putting more stuff. You know, they're always doing different things. If you put this, that's kind of crazy. You put that in. It's locked up. I don't know what that means.
Did you gotta pay?
Yeah, $9.97 for 12 months access.
Damn.
Why pay him? I do it for free. I'm better, I guarantee. You know what I'm saying now? So you get what I'm saying now? There it is. That's what people do. People sell shit. But there it is. So that's it. And that's what you do. So, and he has his own exclusive content. It's like all the shows and the things he does. Mastermind calls. That's it. Yeah.
He's young.
He's 60. Still 60.
Yeah.
he's like in great shape. Guy takes care of himself. I mean, it's just there's all different things in here. If you just Google him, you'll see so much stuff. It's just insane. But that's that. So, you guys have any questions? I mean, the principles of real estate, the mindset you have to have, the deals to make. I mean, it's just that. So, give me some feedback. Tell me like where you guys are at, what you're feeling, what questions you have, how I can support you, how I can help you, and let's just start.
I feel like I'm just kind of taking it all in now. I don't have enough like experience to really ask certain questions. So I'm still taking it all in.
That's to see. Yeah.
So
He's S.
you're an SNC?
No, he's SD, but his C's high too. That's good though.
I'm just taking it in at this point still.
Yeah.
I just want to put everything into practice.
It's gonna start. It's gonna start with the scripts and college.
I want to. For me, in real estate, I've always failed by not having a system. I've never had like a real system to follow. From like A to C. I just kind of throw myself out there and be like, okay, so you're a client, okay, let's do whatever.
That's what everybody does. That's what I did too.
I've never really had a clear system that I've been able to follow and stick to.
What happened was, let me give you.
So
Let me tell you why I created this. Because when I started out, I worked at KW. They had a system, and the people teaching it didn't know how to do it. And I looked at the system, and it made sense. And I came from finance. I knew I wrote real estate contracts. I did real estate since I was 19, but I didn't know as a realtor. I know how to get it done, but as a realtor, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. So when I went there, they had a system in place, but didn't tell you how to do it. It was like all theory.
I mean, I was with Keller Williams for
So do you remember
some months.
Do you remember? Did you go through Ignite? Ignite?
No, it had just finished, and the new one wasn't going to start until like months later.
Right.
So I was just kind of like
So that
doing what I still
what I
do,
did was,
but not using Bold or Ignite because it wasn't even being offered at that moment.
So I did Ignite, but I taught myself because the people teaching it didn't know how to sell. So basically, what happened there was people got paid salaries to teach or do whatever they were doing, but they didn't know how to sell. They didn't know how to write a contract. They were teaching how to write a contract, but didn't know how to write a contract, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say teach. A lot of teachers teach because they can't do. It's just the way it works. So they failed out of real estate to teach. So they're in there and they're teaching you how to prospect, but they can't pick up the phone and prospect. They're teaching you how to write a contract, but they're questioning themselves as they're talking about it. I could tell. I'm like, and all I was craving a system.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, okay, well, I went through it, but all the theory was there, but none of the, okay, do this, do this, do this. None of that was there. So I'm like, okay, let me go to Bolt. So I paid them the money to go to Bolt, $800, whatever it was. So I'm giving Keller Williams $167 a month.
Yeah, so you're giving them the money a month,
right?
And you still have to pay all these extra stuff, like, and then they still take 40% almost.
It's better.
You know.
So I did that, and I went to Bolt. So I went to Bolt, and I learned that, and I did that, and I'm like, okay. I get my first deals in the process, $17,000 commission. They ended up giving me 11 because whatever came out, all the bullshit, all the everything. So it was like 11.8 or something, and they were supposed to give me the check to take the closing. Well, they didn't give me the check. They didn't print it out and give it to me. And I'm like, I need a check. I'm like, can you print me the check? The girl couldn't print me the check for some reason because somebody else was doing a job they didn't know how to do. So I'm like, okay, we'll just wire it. I'm like, okay, just wire it. So I went to the closing. I come back from the closing, and I got my check, and I'm like, my check's $25 short. That doesn't matter. I don't care about the $25. I'm like, why? You said it was this much, and then you gave me this much. It's like, you already took $6,000, right? What else you want to take? Oh, that's the wire fee. What wire fee? Well, we had to wire the money, so the $25 wire fee you had to pay. I go, but I didn't ask you to wire it. You wired it because you made a mistake. So why should I pay the $25 wiring fee when you made a mistake. I said, why? I would have checked. It would be free. It wasn't the $25. Like that's like if you learn
It's not the point.
if you learn anything about me, you know anything about me, it's principle. I don't care if it's 3 cents
Yeah, exactly.
or $1 million. It's the principle of what it is. So for me, it's all about the principle. And what happened was at that point there, I made my mind up and that was it. Now, mind you, I led recruiting for 3 months. My picture's on the wall there still. No one. I brought 40 people in 3 months. Keller all 40 people that came in, I brought in and teach them, and all of them had a deal, either a rental, a listing, or a sale. All 40 had a deal. The team coach, they didn't even bring 40 people in, they had no deals. Like I had a group of people who was like, I basically took my own group of people underneath the umbrella and ran them. And I actually had, because they were my downline, so when they made money, I would have made money.
Right, exactly.
So I brought them in, and I had them all making money. And I was coaching and teaching them every day and doing my own deals. And they always say it's your own business, your own thing. But when you go outside the box, they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was producing more than like the people were producing more with me than them, there was like they didn't like that. And I'm like, dude, I'm out of here. So that's when I went to Charles Rottenberg, and it was 100% 330 a deal. And then Cindy gave me the offer to be able to manage my own office. She's like, "You want your own office?" I'm like, yeah. So that's when I opened the office in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know if you ever came.
No,
to
I
the
never
office.
went to that office.
That was on the beach.
But I know that you were like right there on the beach.
Yeah. And then
That's when I met you.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah. When we did the thing for the homeless, right? And then after that, in June, June 1st, I came here. I shut that. I stopped that office and I moved here. So I wanted to be down here. I wanted to be in Brickell, and probably the best move. And we still had the Fort Lauderdale office, the one we met at. Mm-hmm. I can go there anytime I want, 24/7. We all can. Like you can. Once you guys have your license and you're signed up, you can. You put your last 4 digits in, you hit the code, you walk in. There's cameras, it's set up. There's computers, there's conference rooms.
It's like this kind of.
It's huge. No, it's a separate building. It's a separate building.
Freestanding building, and it's only
it's one big building, but there's a business here and a business here, but it's one big building. Freestanding. It's 21st and Prospect. It's right before you know how Prospect Road turns into commercial. Like if you take Prospect all the way, it's over. Yeah,
I mean, it's closer to Dania for you.
Yeah. And you can go anytime you want. I mean, literally. They give us free copies. You can make a bunch of copies. For $35 a month, you have an office to work out whenever you want, free copies. I mean, you get like a website, all kinds of stuff with it, but it's not anything, like super brilliant or but and that's it.
So one of the main reasons why I decided to come work with you is because number one, I want a system. Number one, I've always craved like that team partnership where if whatever question I may have, okay, look, I got a deal. How are we gonna start to deliver the results?
Yeah.
Show the client. I mean, when was it? It was this year, like in February. I had a real, really, really good friend of mine. She gave me 5 listings all at once. Her personal property and three investment properties, and then an apartment, right? The only thing I was able to sell was the 3 duplex that she had in Fort Pierce.
Yeah.
There was a package deal, so it was a nice thing. But her personal home, which is what I really wanted to sell because it was like over 400,000.
Sure.
I couldn't. I didn't, and at that time I switched from K Company to Keller Williams.
Yeah. And they promise you the world.
I didn't really.
They promise you the world when they're interviewing you, and then when you get there, it's like the opposite. It was more like just come every time to the training, just come. Or now you have to pay if you want Boulder, if you want Ignite, you have to pay $800, you have to pay $1,200, you have to go to this, and I'm still giving you 40% almost. Yeah, it's crazy.
On my deal,
Plus a monthly fee.
Yeah, so I closed my first deal because I had one of my really good friends. She decided to buy a house. I did the whole deal with them, and then
they don't even help you.
I
asked the guy one time. I'm like, hey, what form do I need for this? It was like some kind of form I needed for something, and the team leader wouldn't tell me. And I figured out he didn't know. And he's like, well, go ask this person. And I go ask the other person. He wanted to use some ideas. Tell me what form. I said, listen. I said, dude. I said, look at my eyes. I said, I can figure out the form. I'm asking you because I just thought it'd be easier. I said, I said, I'll tell you one more thing. I said, there's a door over there. I can walk out. Or I can just throw you out the window. You got 2 ways out of this room. I said, which one do you want to go?
No, I mean, right after.
I never talked to that guy again. Never looked at me again.
Yeah.
Let's get shut up. I said, I'll throw you right out that window. Go to the 5th floor. I said, you walk out that door, or I'm going to throw you out that window. And that was it. He looked at me.
Wow.
Took his thing and he left the room.
I closed my first deal. I closed my first deal and I left.
I like that.
No, I closed that deal with my friend. That was in December, and I left. I said, I went back to the K company because regardless, I was still on my own.
Yeah.
I was still doing my own thing.
That's the problem.
And in order for them to help me with anything, I had to pay them more money.
Yeah.
Because on top of the 37%, if I wanted to do a mentoring thing,
Yeah.
but it was just once a month. Hey, how you doing? How you this? How you that? Still have to give them 50%. I said, I'm not going to give you so much of what I'm doing anyways, all for myself. So
the way we do it, I'm going to walk through the system with you. I'll do it for everybody so you guys understand too. All right, so first, I get the leads. Okay, I'm paying the money, I'm paying the rent, I'm paying the bills, I'm doing all that. The leads are here. We work the system already. Vulcan 7, you log in. Okay. The leads are there. You go in, there's literally 20,000 leads. I email them all, I'm putting them on drip campaigns, MailChimp, I'm doing all this to get them. Now, we go in there, we click it, and it starts. You log in, and it tells you, okay, today we have 400 calls, tomorrow we have 300 calls. You can go back 6 months. So you can take the expired listings from a month ago and call them all. Nobody's calling them now.
right.
Hey, listen,
exactly.
my name's Phil. You don't know me yet. I have a real estate reality show and a radio show. My office is in Brooklyn, Fort Lauderdale. Listen, I know you were probably getting a lot of calls about this real estate you were working on selling. Listen, I need a minute of your time. This is not like any call you take in. I sell a lot of real estate in that area, wherever it is, whatever area tells you. And, I'm looking through the old files and I see that you had it for sale. I'm like, for the life of me, look, we sold over 500 properties. Our firm sold over 500 properties in the last 6 months. And we have another 200 under contract. And I get those numbers off our MLS. When you go into the MLS and with Run, it tells you, in the last 6 months you did this. The numbers are right there. Yeah. If they want to know, you click the button, you check all, you email them. They'll send them every listing that's been sold in the company. So you can say, hey, look, there they are. Here's what our firm has sold. This is what we do. Here's 700 properties. One click, boom. Check your email. Yeah, it's just like that quick. And then you talk to them, and they say, okay, well, this is what we want to do. Okay, well, like I said, I'm a real estate partner with the Simonetta Group. The first step, it's right on the thing. It's right on the scripts. The first step, what we need to do is you, myself, and my real estate partner, Philip Simonetta, he's the founder of the company, we will have a video conference. We don't want to waste your time or my time. And they'll say, video conference, well, we'll send you a link, you click it, you accept it, and you go on, and we're looking at you, you're looking at us. If your husband or wife... Is that quick? Yep. I'll do it right now, Phil. I'll set one up. You go in, you set it up, boom, they get it. We did it the other day.
But you gotta do it like on the computer or you do it like
phone, computer, whatever, as long as you have internet. So they're doing it, they're there. So the wife is at work, the husband's at work, you're at home, I'm here. Let's just use that. I said, you do the link, then the link. We're all looking at each other on the screen. I share the screen, I show the report. Our faces are there, the report's there, and we're talking. Okay, guys, let me go over this with you. I understand you want to sell the property. I understand you want this much money. I want that too because I can make more money. And they start joking. They start laughing. I go, I'm going to sell it for $1 million because I get paid more. And they start laughing. And I say, look, bottom line is here's what it is. Now I don't make the market. We're going to interpret this for you and show you what it is. And I'll give you a perfect example. If you want to buy GE stock and GE stock is $10, you bought it. Now you want to sell it, it's 14. What if you want to sell it for 16? You going to be able to sell it? No, because I can buy it anywhere for 14. Same thing with your house. You bought it for X. It's this. Here's what it's worth. You could try to sell it for more, but they won't because the people down the street are selling theirs. They're going to buy it for that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they're going to use your house as a bounce house. You ever hear that? No, what's a bounce house? Well, the first thing I do is when I have a house in a neighborhood that people want to buy, I look around and I see when it's overpriced. And I take it to your house first. Say, wow, look at this house for $280. Great. Now I take it down the street and sell them the one for $250. Say, look at this house. Wow, you can save $30,000. Boom, sold. Don't be a bounce house.
Oh, got it.
See, like again, I'm like role playing with you quick, like with that. I'm kind of mixing it. That's what I say to them, and it wakes them up. And I go, okay, look, I'm not making this up. This is every property that's sold in the area. The cheapest was $572. The most expensive was $632. Obviously, your place is outdated. You know, it's 1981. It's a great place. It's on the beach. But somebody coming in here are going to put $50,000 in it to make it new. So you're not going to get $632. You're not even going to get $6 because they got to put $50,000 in. If you get $580, you're lucky. What would you pay for it if you were buying it? Changing the whole thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love to sell for $750. Why? I make more, but I can't. You know. So I say, look, let's put it on the market for $629.9. Let's leave it at that price for 10 days. If we don't sell it, let's drop it down to $609. Okay, let's do that. I write in the contract that we're going to drop it down in 10 days, so I don't have to do any price adjustment.
People working on it.
Done.
It's already there.
Yep. You want it done? Okay, give me 5 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Populate it. Okay, here, go check your email. Click, 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 click. Okay, bring your wife. Boom, click, 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 click. Okay, it's a trust assist. Give me the copies. I got to copy them. Boom, picture, 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 picture. Everything's done right there. Done. I upload everything to the system. It goes to Ruttenberg. It's in the system within 24 hours. Then we get it in. Boom. We sit, wait. It's a listing. I go to home. We go put it on the MLS. Go in, populate it, set up the MLS listing. Type in all the nice, beautiful words. Blah 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 blah. All the pictures. Take the pictures. Do all that. List it.
You use Matrix?
I use Matrix. Matrix is the only one that's left. There's no
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I know. It's phasing out next week, and I'm
Yeah.
still fighting.
Matrix is amazing. I got it. Don't worry.
I'm like
Matrix.
not wanting to make
Listen,
that transition, like
Matrix
kicking and
is the most
screaming
amazing thing. You
between
can do searches in 30 seconds.
Fusion.
I used to say the same thing.
Fusion?
I'm so glad I got
You
Matrix.
switched over to
I'm
Matrix.
so glad.
I have to start because I'm not.
They have the things online free.
Yeah, I know.
You can go in. There's 4 videos. And
Of
it goes through.
Fusion, and
It's-
now they
it's
have
the
that
4 hours.
wrapped up. Tony.
Yeah, we don't have that in Fort Lauderdale. I don't have that.
No,
Yeah, what is it?
I have it in. I
Someone
have
told
it in
me it's a new
Miami.
thing.
I have it even
Yeah,
on
it's
my
on the
phone.
little
They
thing.
have an app and all that
It's all because
stuff.
of money. They're getting paid. That's all. They give you shit because they're getting paid more stuff.
But still, you can't. The only way
use one
is you
thing,
can put MLS.
Yeah.
Everything is on Matrix.
I use
now,
one
so.
thing. I use Matrix. And through Matrix, it goes to transaction desk and all that design. That's it. I don't use anything else. I use showing time for my showings.
Yeah.
You know, I use the stuff I need. I use List Hub. I use List Hub Global. You know, the e-mobile. I use all that for my sites. Have to like 80% of the stuff I don't use.
Yeah,
Why?
I know.
I don't need fancy bells and whistles. Give me the shit. Let me get my job done. Let me get it going.
Mm-hmm.
Come sign to write a contract. Like so that's the listing. That's it.
Yeah.
And then we keep in touch with them every week. We talk to them. Here's what's going on. I get a market report. Send it to them. You know, I just keep in touch with them. Here's what's happening. Always let them know what's going on. You know, because that's the biggest thing. Nobody talks to them. So listen, look, we don't have any showings. I think we're still a little too high. But let's see. We'll keep going. You want to do open house? You want to do this, that, the other thing? You know?
You do that. You do
I
open
don't do
houses. And
I
all
sell
that
too
stuff.
fast. I don't have like literally. I sell houses too fast. I don't have time to open house. Now, if it's a 2 or 3, if it's something big, I'll do it.
Like a broker.
Yeah, I'll do it that way so I can network and recruit people. It's not for who else gonna buy it? Who buys at an open house? You know, we'll get buyers and we'll buyer leads
for buying
and use it for recruiting other agents. Screw the other stuff. You know what I mean? Nobody. 1 out of what? 1 out of 1,000? Maybe like 1 out of 1,000 buys at an open house. That's a number. You know, they don't work that way. But when you have big exclusive things, yeah, you bring in a caterer, you do a big thing, make a party out of it, like I do with other things too.
What's RVM stand for?
RVM is the values. That's the actual. Yeah, it tells you. It gives you the actual definition.
I was just curious.
It's the value that they come up with. The something value matrix or something.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it gives you. There's a thing on here that talks about it. I forget what the initials are. It's basically the number they come up with from the listings. What they do is from the listings, the sales, the ones that are in foreclosure and the ones that fell off the market. It's the calculation that they use. They give it to you. So the RVM was based. The lowest sale was 572,242, and the highest was 632,478.
So it's gone up
So-
$6,000 in the past month.
Actually went down.
Oh, down.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Last month it went up 6,100, but it's still down in the last 12. See here?
Right.
and that goes off the charts. So actually, 12 months ago, it was 2% higher. So it was 612 12 months ago, almost 3%. So a little more, 618. Yeah. But it's actually on the trend of coming up. So next month it might be another $8 grand. Who knows? You know, it just goes by the trend. And the trend is down here. That's the one. Remember what the rate?
Yeah, so it's down overall for the year, but it's going up.
Yeah, it was down lower. It was down to 580 at one point.
So I guess that's good for someone potentially buying it. Let them know that.
Well, the person buying it, it's not good because it's going up. That means the seller's going to hold on and try to get more money.
Oh.
When it's going down is when it's good for the buyer. Hey, look, it's going down. We'll offer you 575. You know what I'm saying?
But the buyer doesn't want to wait because it's going down.
Well, the buyer, they go like this every month. I mean, it goes. It doesn't, you know.
Oh, but you would tell them like, hey, this is
Look,
where to buy.
It's down 2% from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was putting an offer, 575.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put 575 in right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd close it at 6, 585, 590. I mean, my advice to them is if they can get 575 run, take it and run. You know, but we can get more. That's the bottom line. You know, worst case, because it was going up, going down, 580 up, between 580 and there. If you can get it, get it. You know, like, I mean, I think we can get it between 575 and 6. Like, I'm just waiting for the offer. I'm waiting for them to send it. Because the guy emailed me this morning at 5:45 for the floor plan. I sent him the website. The floor plan is on the website for the condo association. buildingc.com. Just go get it. I'm like, what are you asking me?
So you have the listing for this already?
This is my listing. Yeah.
Oh,
that's my listing. Yeah, it's on the market now. Literally on the market less than a week. It didn't even update on here yet. This day, literally, I just put it on. I just put it on Sunday. Sunday night, I put it on. Saturday night. I don't know. It's priced right. You know what I mean? It's priced right.
It should go quickly if it is.
It's the only 2-bedroom available in the building. There's no 2-bedroom condo in that building available. There's a 1-bedroom and a 3-bedroom.
What's their monthly fee, just out of curiosity?
It's $10,000 a year. It's
a year.
$9,800 a year, and the taxes are $10 grand a year. You're 20 grand in before you.
20.
You're 20 grand in before you even. Speech. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, some of them down here, 100 grand a year.
Arrived at 25
A lot of people, they don't really move that often. There's
No.
people there that are there for like 30 years, 20 something
and they
years.
pass it on.
Because it
The
just so
kids sell
happens that my fiance's company is renovating, and he's running both of the buildings at the same time.
Yeah.
He's like, there's
Yeah.
people that've been there forever.
Ever.
And a lot of the Canadians, they only come for 6 months
Yeah,
out of the
yeah.
year, and they leave it empty, and they don't want anybody going in, and they
Yeah.
don't want.
And
They don't
it's
really
just,
sell.
It's just what it is, yeah. And they it's really a great unit. And it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell pretty quick. But that's the system. So the way to show you the system is, look, the first thing we need to do is get the mindset and connect. The second thing, we gotta get the appointments. Once you got the appointment, I'm gonna take you by the hand and show you. And we're gonna go
What
step
do you do for
by step
marketing?
by step.
Do you do
Google pay-per-click. I use OpCity, Zillow, Trulia,
so you don't send out?
flyers and stuff. What do you do when you get a flyer in the mail? Unless it's from
Yeah. As soon as I get out of the mail, I put it in the garbage
Yeah.
with the rest of the
What
crap.
do you think everybody else does?
Yeah, same thing.
Why would you waste your money?
But yeah,
Facebook ads.
KW, they tell you you have to send just listing, just sold. You have to do this, you have to do that.
If you
And
saw it in your
everybody-
mailbox,
Nowadays,
You know-
most buyers and sellers, they're
You know why KW
they're
tells you?
all over the internet.
you know why KW tells you. When you go to E-Edge and buy it, who do you think gets a piece of that?
Yeah, Leroy, whatever his name is.
Whoever it is, yeah. So
All their affiliated companies have.
that's fine. What would you do if you're in real estate? What would you do if you got a just listed, just sold of your neighbor? Would you look at it?
No, not really. I don't.
Have you ever taken something from the mail, called them, and used their service?
Actually, one thing. My daughter was interested in ballet.
Okay.
I got a flyer for ballet, and the school just happened to be.
Yeah.
I can go walking, and yeah, I signed her up.
And what, $100 a month or something?
I don't know, $65
Okay.
for her
Anything of
ballet.
true value other than pizza?
Oh, what?
Anything of true value though, like your home or insurance or
No.
like anything that
No,
would
you
call a
usually by a
stranger?
referral. No.
Right.
No.
Like I wouldn't I'd never call other than pizza or like restaurants. Like that's easy. That works.
Mhm.
I've never taken a piece of mail. I said, oh, they look cool. Let me call them and I'll use their service.
No,
So
everything
why the
is
hell would I
through-
pay for that? And like, don't get me wrong, I have flyers. Like my flyers, I have some out there. I'll show you guys. They're in the lunch area. One side's who I am, what I do, and the other side's about training and teaching. Because when I see a realtor, look, I see you're having a hard time. I teach. Come work with me. I'll show you. See, today's billboard is Facebook.
Everything is online.
Today's flyer is Facebook. Instagram. Twitter. Nobody goes in the mailbox anymore. Bills don't even come. People pay digital. It comes online. I don't even get any bills.
I don't get anything in the mail either.
I don't get any
Everything
bills.
is
Yeah, I don't even look up. I have a post office box.
paperless.
And I have a thing. I don't even, I don't even.
Except for Amazon.
Well, no, that's packages.
Exactly, that's it.
Packages. And they'll come by drone soon.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's why they have Amazon Prime, and then they have
They're going to be by drone soon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Like, all that's changed. Remember, the key to success isn't making money and winning right now. It's being able to adapt to the next thing.
Keeping up with it.
So when it comes to marketing, I market totally listings. If I can get 500 people trying to sell their house, I can't sell it. That's who I want. Buyers, I use them. Then the buyer service we have, when they send us leads, we get the lead, and then when we close it, they get 25%. So if we make 10 grand, they get 25. We give Ruttenberger 330, and then we split the rest. However we split.
Who is that?
That's OpCity. I use OpCity for that.
For buyer?
Yep.
For buyer leads?
And they'll send me leads through. I probably got a couple of them sitting here that I have the sound off. I get sometimes one a day, sometimes none, sometimes 6. It just depends. But yeah, so like that, and they just call. And these guys saw me take one. Like the other day, I just took one. Hello, what can I do for you? Boom. I send them the report. I send them boom, 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 boom. Same script. It's the same script. It's just that script I use is the same thing I use when I meet somebody at Happy Hour. Like, I'll talk to them. What do you do? People want to talk about themselves. Let them talk. And what do I say there when they're talking? Blah 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 blah. Right? It doesn't,
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter.
Everything is blah blah blah.
It doesn't matter. Go screw yourself. I hate realtors. Yeah, I understand you're frustrated. I hate you people. It doesn't matter what they say. Go fuck yourself. Oh yeah, I understand you're frustrated. I say the same thing. I hate realtors too. Same thing.
They're gonna sell out.
Same thing. Yeah. You really want to sell your house because you don't sound like it. I just hit them. Because look, they're gonna say no anyway. What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
You're never gonna meet them.
If you don't try,
You don't care who they are. Like they don't know you. Right? You're never gonna meet them. What do you care? I got nothing to lose. Either I'm gonna get the deal, or you're gonna tell me to go screw myself. Okay. I'm gonna give all I got to get the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember the guy? I talked to the wife, and she didn't want to sell. I kept going. Got to the husband. They're building 13 properties. We're gonna get 2 listings plus another duplex they have. They're getting the FBL hooked up now.
Yeah, I went with you.
went.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's gonna happen. That probably 2 to 4 weeks, 3 listings. Because the girl told me no. Most people don't know. I have the calls recorded. That's the other thing. All of our calls are recorded on Vulcan when you call through the system, so we can train and go back on them. I mean, I have calls where people got hung up on. They get it back on the phone, and I get the listing. Like literally 8 minutes later. Like it's just a matter of how you go. You got to have the confidence. The D and I personalities have the easiest way to do this. It's harder for the S's and the C's because they're introspective. They're not.
I mean, in
Once you feel confident, you're like, yeah.
I used to sell timeshare. It's the same thing.
If you get the time,
And they're face to face telling you no.
But here's the thing.
And 3 hours later,
There's a system.
paperwork
There's a system
and all
now.
that stuff. Of course.
So that system.
We had a whole presentation that we had to go through to get them to finally say yes at the end of the
You
the
expect
presentation.
You expect 5 no's.
7 no's
7? Okay.
until you get the yes.
Yeah. 7 no's.
And they're signing off or whatever. So
I don't even say. I just talk to them. I talk to them as a friend. Like from the second I talk to them on the phone, I talk to them like I know them. I'm a friend. And I'm here to help them. That's how I talk to people. Even strangers, like when I meet people, I'm just me. And that's all. I don't know how else to be anything else. I don't try to be anything else. I don't try to be fake. I don't try to impress people. I just be me. You like it or not? Fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like me or hate me. I'm okay with it. And that's how you got to be. And I'm confident in what I do when it comes to real estate. Like I said, if it's ice skating, I'm not going to talk about it. You know, if it's real estate, restaurants, setting up, things I know, I'll talk about it. But if I don't know anything, what the hell am I going to say? I don't want to act like I know shit I don't know. For what? Talk about something I know, then I can have a conversation with you. But anything else, I can't. Into a carpet.
What's in that room anyway?
Sprinkler system. Like this whole big. And
For
it's
the
like,
whole building.
Oh,
it's like ice cold in there though. It's like they must have to have it keep certain temperature. Because the sprinkler, it's actually the big metal thing for the sprinkler system. And it all goes out. It's right there. So if there's ever a fire, I'll hear it.
We say.
Yeah, it's all there. It was toward a carpet though.
The door.
Like they went in, they closed. Did you see that? They saw that. They walked right by it. You know what I mean? Lazy people. But the system, like, is that what you're asking? Like that?
Yeah, the systems that you use to keep track of all your clients, put them in
The CRM is all through Vulcan 7.
Oh, that's
Because every time we talk to them,
you keep track of
it
everything.
like automatically notates, left a message. It automatically does it. And then you can put a message and then you can set it on the calendar. So basically, if you want to call them back on Wednesday at 4, you go in there, boom, call back on Wednesday at 4, and it goes into the Yahoo, the Google Calendar.
So you keep tracks of all those clients, and
Yep.
the ones that you want to keep them as warm, to just keep track of them.
Yep.
You have them.
They're right on
You
there.
set them up on the drip campaigns
You set
through
them up,
there.
drip campaigns are all through there.
Do you send them anything in the mail
No.
ever? No. Everything is email,
If anything, you want to do it handwritten, you can.
like a handwritten.
But handwritten's cool, because when I get stuff like that, I read it.
Yeah, handwritten, yes.
Like Cardone wrote me. That's the letter he wrote me when I did some stuff for them. Like, you know, when you get something handwritten, you look at it.
yeah, it's different.
You know what I mean? Nobody does that. Nobody does that. So,
That's what Brian Buffini is. He's like dead set on that.
and he does the newspapers and stuff, right?
Newsletter, yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I get newsletters. Right? Do you
Once
read
a
them?
month.
But do you read them?
If it's handwritten, maybe because it's something personal.
Yeah.
And usually it's only for your past clients because he's all about referrals and referrals.
Yeah,
So it's different when it's coming from someone that you've done business before. You
I
know them.
I went to one of his
Or
things.
whatever.
I went to one of
I
his
really
things.
I liked it.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. It's all good. It's about implementing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all of them are good. It's about, are you going to do it?
Like exactly. You implement Mike Ferry stuff.
Mixed it. I mixed bold Mike Ferry and Keller Williams stuff. And then, I mean, it's Buffini stuff too. I took all their stuff and I just put my own spin on it and do it my way. There's only so much you can do. There's only 40 things they're going to say to you. There's only so many things you can do. It's not a hard business. Or it's not a complicated business. It's very simple, but it's hard work. You know, you gotta say it's not an easy business, but it's a simple business. It's simple. It takes so much to do it, you know? Just like anything else. I mean, if you're gonna put time and effort and money and things into something, you might as well do it where your return is gonna be sick. Where else can you make money like you can in real estate? I mean, realistically. I mean, where?
Taxes.
Yeah, but once a year.
Yeah, for 4 months and then that's it.
Yeah. But like realistically, you can go
No,
sell,
it's true.
you can sell an $18 million condo and go make $1 million for yourself. And it's 12 pages of paper. Or you can sell a $100,000 house and make $3,000. And it's the same 12 pages of paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
same concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to focus on? The bigger deals. You know? But yeah. I mean, that's kind of like it. I mean, I'm trying to think of any other question. Oh, should have slept more.
I need to eat something.
Yeah.
I'm about to fall out.
Is it E?
There's a,
I'm sorry,
you
I'm
should go
type
to
1 diabetic, so
one-
I need to get
Are you?
something
Are
to
you?
eat. Yes.
I didn't know that, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought we talked about it when
We
we were
did.
there, but
We did.
Yeah.
Are you on a pump?
Nope.
No,
My
you said-
insulin.
Oh, wow.
My thing.
I
so-
dated a girl, she had an insulin pump.
I had And then with the whole insurance thing, the new insurance, now they don't cover the insulin through the pump and whatever, so I have to get out.
Wow.
But I've been doing this for 11 years now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I kind of have to.
There's a little cafeteria on that.
Yeah.
It's on the other building. We just gotta go down and over. They're open until 2:30. So let's go do that. I'm gonna eat too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna run.
Oh, it is 2:30. Oh no, it is
1:30.
1:30.
All right, cool. So we're gonna finish this up. Let me turn this thing off, and then we'll come back and make some calls.
All right.
You guys good with that? Like, did that help you?
Yeah.